Warning: the following content contains strong language and may not be suitable for children. This content is primarily for adults, as this is a trucking channel and truckers have filthy mouths. Please don't tweak if I say. Viewer discretion is advised.
Stay nice, same chair, same ground, right there. Turn it on, lean in close, this that. Welcome to the mark, the mentor show, where the plans turn real and the hustlers grow. Talk money, talk mindset, talk get it, let's go. If you came from the bottom, it's the road you know. It's the mark, the mentor show. Every loss, every lesson, turn it all to gold. From the late night notes to the sold out goals. Say the name one time so the whole world know.
Whoa, the mark, the mentor show. Whoa, the mark, the mentor show. Whoa, the mark, the mentor show.
The mark, the mentor show.
Sweet.
What up? Come on in. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications if you are in need of commercial insurance for your semi-truck, box truck, or cargo van business. Make sure you guys click that link in the description below for Log Rock up for renewal. Looking for a cheaper commercial insurance solution for the next 12 months. Click that link in the description below for Log Rock, official partner of the channel. Come on in. Make sure you guys click that like and subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. We got 25 people in here. We got 10 likes. Let's get those likes up. How's everybody doing this afternoon? How is everybody doing this afternoon? Shout out to Kelvin Bird. Shout out to everybody. Pippi, shout out to all the moderators. Shout out to Moving Company Hustle in the building. What's going on? Shout out to Ivan Tony. What up? What up? What up? Shout out to D Block MGM Gang. Shout out to Kobe MGM Gang. Shout out to who else we got? Shout out to Larry K. What up? What up? What up? Shout out to who else? You said you ready for another one? Come on, man. You already know we cooking. Listen. Hold on. We gonna get busy. You did. Shout out to Matthew. What up? What up? Shout out to Beats. Shout out to Jonathan. All right, bet. Let's get started. Look, this is debate week. I want all of it. I want all the smoke. I'm looking for it. I'm listen. If you ain't noticed, I'm baiting. I'm just gonna call it what it is. I'm baiting. I'm waiting for a motherfucker to jump in the street. Jump in the street. I'm looking for all the smoke. I want all the smoke. Link is always can be pinned to the chat. We can always put number on the screen. We do it different. I'm looking for all of it. I'm looking for it. You know, I get a little bored after a while when I ain't got a good challenge. So I'm looking for it. So I'm purposely trying to bait me a motherfucker. I want a motherfucker to jump in the street. I want a motherfucker to jump in the street. Now, I get it. A lot of people want to play it safe. They don't want no smoke with Big Mark. I get it. So it's probably not going to happen. But it's time to circle back around because y'all sent me something the other day. Y'all sent me something of a young man who said, it's better to rent than to buy. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people fall for that because it's a bunch of ignorant shit that I hear that I've heard over the years that I've been in this content creation space in this very, 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 very small niche in box trucking. But one of the biggest misconceptions and misleading information is that you come out better if you rent a box truck than owning a box truck. And they sell it to you. They sell it to you saying that you don't have to pay for the maintenance. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. One of the dumbest things I ever heard in my life as a business owner, as a person who understands business. All right. It just doesn't make any sense. And we're going to break it down. We do this a couple of times a year, but it's the beginning of the year. You got a lot of new entrants. And plus y'all sent me this shit the other day. So it sparked the nerve. In Big Mark. And we're going to have a little slideshow. We're going to take it back to the slideshow. We're going to do a comparison analysis. I created a slideshow. That's why I'm a little late because normally I like to start around noon my time, but it took time to illustrate the slideshow And that's why I'm a little late, because we gotta show a slideshow for this to get people to really understand. All right, so come on in, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. And I am going to drop linkage at the end or put the phone number up so we can have the conversation. First thing we need to do before I'm going to pop this slideshow on the screen, because we're going to do a comparison analysis of a person who rents versus a person who owns. All right. So first, let's talk about the misconception that renting is better. Man, you get a rental truck, it's better. You don't have to pay for the maintenance. Let's talk about that. The statement is financially illiterate. That statement within itself is probably some of the most financially illiterate shit that I've ever heard as it pertains to business. It's mathematically false. And I expose it all the time. At least 2-3 times a year, I expose it. The fact that it keeps spreading keeps telling me why so many people are broke and fail and stressed and stuck renting forever. A lot of the people that rent with the idea and the mindset that they're going to rent forever, especially as it pertains to OTR, they fail for the most part. There are some very minute people that get through the cracks. But those are special cases. More than likely, they don't have a lot of outside interference and they don't have a lot of outside debt, right? Let's talk about this properly. Who teaches this nonsense? Somewhere along the line, somebody told you renting is safer because maintenance is included, and you don't have to take on the risk of maintenance. And that sounds comforting, especially to an oblivious novice who just doesn't understand business because they haven't done their research. Or if they have done research, they may not understand business the way a person who has, tenure in business and just a really good business acumen to do a deep dive analysis to understand how would they survive if they covered the maintenance. If I'm in the rental truck business, the truck is supposed to make money. If I'm covering the maintenance and I own a rental truck business, but I'm allowing you to beat my truck to shit and I'm just, okay, I'm going to cover the maintenance, how would I make money? You would think a person would think logically. But I see over the course of almost 4 years of creating content in this space that a lot of people don't. And then they want to argue it. Now, the people that put this out there, because there's a bunch of people that put this out there, but what sparked this was the young man you guys sent me to react to Friday. I'm trying not to use the S word. Do I got a button for the S word? Do I have a button for the S word? Hold on. I think I got a button. It's an O button.
You stupid.
It's an O. It was buried. That button was buried because I don't use it that much. I try not to use the S word. But come on now. I know it sounds comforting, but you got to use logic and you got to use adult math. Why do you think a rental truck company would pay for maintenance out of kindness? Why do you think a multi-billion-dollar profitable business, enterprise, Penske, Ryder, Budget, why do you think these guys are charitable? If they pay for the maintenance in rental trucks, they would be bankrupt. Abso-fucking-lutely. No cap. No cap. If rental truck companies pay for maintenance, they'd be bankrupt. They wouldn't be profitable. The whole purpose of renting the truck is for profit, not for charity. It's not to help you save money so that you don't have to pay for the maintenance for a truck you own. They're not charities. They're not non-for-profits. These are profitable businesses. They're backed by investors in Wall Street, shareholders. These are profit-maximizing organizations. They're not there to help you save money. They're there to make money off you. You're paying for the maintenance with a cherry on top. You're 100% paying for the maintenance. What these people should say Instead of saying you don't pay for the maintenance, they should say, this is the correct thing they should say. If you rent a truck, the maintenance is included. I think that's the responsible thing to say as a creator or as a person who's educating. Now, even if you say that, 98, 99% of the people that consume that, they're not going to understand what you said. That shit is still going to go over their head. They're going to take that and assume that they don't have to pay for the maintenance. What you should be saying is, if you instead of saying rent a truck is better because you don't have to pay for the maintenance, they should say, well, if you rent a truck, the maintenance is included. That still does not make it better. Financially, it does not make it better. Profit-wise, it does not make it better. But from a responsible educational level, as far as how you present it, that would be the proper way to say it. That would be the proper verbiage to say it. If someone came and asked me, Mark, do you pay for the maintenance when you rent a box truck? I would say, no, the maintenance is included in the rental. It's baked into the cost of the rental. So you are paying for it. If I started a rental truck company, I would 100% absolutely charge each and every single person that rented the truck's maintenance. Why would I want to pay for the maintenance? Why would I want to be in debt so that you can run your little loads OTR? It's prepaid, it's included, and on top of that, it's inflated. What the rental truck companies charge you for maintenance is inflated. It's not the base cost. It's not the break-even cost. They make profit off of charging you for the maintenance. This is why they're multi-billion-dollar companies. You 100% pay for the maintenance, and I'm gonna really mess you up. The longer you rent, you actually pay for the truck. Sometimes 2-3 times over. Abso-freaking-lutely. Listen, I've talked to people in the almost 4 years that I've been creating content that have been renting trucks since I met them in this little space. And each year their average rental cost is $50,000 to $60,000. Right there, that's 2 trucks. Now, if you do that 2 years, you just pretty much bought that truck 4 times. On top of that, the rental truck companies don't pay what you pay. If you were to order a truck from a manufacturer, what they're paying for the cost of the truck and what you're paying is going to be totally different because they're ordering them in bulk. They have orders probably for the next decade. Hundreds and thousands of trucks from every single manufacturer. When you go to Penske, when you go to Enterprise, when you go to Ryder, you see Freightliners, you see Internationals, you see Hinos. They're ordering them to spec specifically for them. These companies just don't deal with truck dealers. They also build and manufacture directly for consumers, directly for companies. It's a big part of their business. What do you think the mileage costs? What do you think that covers? Did you ever think about that, Mr. New box truck business owner that's getting sold a dream that you don't have to pay for the maintenance? Think about it. Let's think logically. They're already charging you a weekly fee. $500, $550, $600, $650, $750, $750. So they're charging you for the truck weekly. Did you ever take to think, what is this mileage charge? What does this cover? You're paying a weekly fee for the truck. A portion of the mileage fee that they charge you, there's a variable in there that they're charging you to cover the cost with profit for the maintenance. Anybody that believes that shit, I'm just going to keep it a buck with you. Over here on the Mark Show, the Mark the Mentor Show, we don't hold back, and we stand on what we say. We stand on it. We put the phone number, we drop the link, and we take on any and all challengers. As a business person, as a person who has common sense, forget business acumen. Make it make sense where you would not pay for the maintenance, where the maintenance would not be baked into the cost of the rental. And these companies are still profitable businesses that are traded publicly. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on all post notification. The price that's baked in for maintenance, it includes the preventative maintenance. You're paying for it. It includes major repairs that come down the line. It includes downtime risk for the truck, right? Listen, these are profitable companies. They do something that you don't do. And if the shoe doesn't fit, don't put it on. But we've seen, based on all the case studies that this channel has accrued over the course of almost 4 years of creating content, of people clicking the link and coming up and telling their stories, don't do numbers. A multi-billion-dollar company does. Down to the T. They cross all their T's and they dot all their I's. They have metrics and they have formulas and they do math for everything. They forecast things. So even what you pay for the rental costs, as far as the mileage is concerned, they're factoring in downtime of that truck. Mark, what is downtime of the truck? If the truck goes down, the money that they're losing when they're not renting it. So if that truck is in the shop for a repair for a week or two, that's factored into what they charge you. These are profitable businesses. These are billion-dollar industry businesses, bro. They're not losing any way, shape, form, or fashion. This is why they are where they are. You're paying for the downtime of that truck that you turned in 6 months ago. You paid for the downtime that it's currently having right now, 6 months later after you turned it in 6 months ago. You paid for this. Depreciation, fleet depreciation, you're paying for it. Corporate overhead, you're paying for it. You are the reason why they have a profit margin. And if you think you don't pay for the maintenance, I'm going to reiterate this a couple times throughout this live because I wanted to seek into people who think otherwise. You're a goddamn fool. I'm sorry. I can't figure out any other way to say it politely, but you're paying for all of it. These rental truck companies don't care about the breakdowns, no matter big or small. They don't care because they're not paying for it. You're paying for it. They don't care if the engine goes out. They don't care if the transmission goes out. They don't care if it's a $15,000 repair versus a goddamn it $500 repair versus the goddamn transmission blows. They don't care because they don't pay for it. The average maintenance cost is spread across the entire fleet. And every single person that goes into Penske, Enterprise, Budget, Ryder, even for the household goods champion U-Haul, the customer pays for it 100%. The renter pays for it all. You bought the truck and you covered the maintenance. 100%. Facts. Now, what I want to do is, let me say this too. You have no equity. So when I hear people say this, I always say they don't own anything. Find me your favorite, any content creator. Because here's the thing, once you own things, businesses, something that's an asset, property, brokerage portfolios, annuities, whatever, something that brings value, gold, silver, you would never say foolish things like this. Never. Anybody that says this, I guarantee you they own absolutely nothing. When I say own nothing, I'm not talking about a pair of shoes. I'm not talking about a pair of pants. I'm talking about something that is an asset. And I just gave the examples: real estate, businesses, portfolios, gold, silver. 9 times out of 10, these people are renting apartments. They don't really own anything. They don't have any stocks. They don't have any, gold or silver. They don't own anything. They don't own any asset, nothing asset-based. Because if you do, you would not say things like this, nor would you promote it. It's foolish. After you spend $50,000 to $60,000 a year on renting a truck, that's it. No asset, no resale value, no leverage. Can't write off the depreciation like you could of the truck you own. You don't hear, they don't talk about that. I see why, based on a lot of people we talk to. They are in the box truck business. They don't pay taxes. So they don't understand about depreciation. No balance sheet strength. None of these things that matter to a business owner. So ask yourself the question, and then we're going to go through this slideshow. If rental truck companies paid the maintenance themselves, why are they so wildly profitable? Why are they so wildly profitable? If they covered the maintenance, why are they wildly profitable? Why? Now, I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to pull up a slideshow, and we're going to do a comparison analysis. I want to do a comparison analysis. Let me pull up my little slideshow here. Let's see, presentation. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. And this is not a popular topic. I get it. A lot of people want to stay poor. So they don't want to hear this type of shit. And I get it. Based on the conversation I had yesterday about with the guy about the finessing and all that shit, I get it, because the longer you have this poor mindset, you're never going to own anything, and it's getting worse and worse. I was seeing some shit this morning that because today is Tuesday, so we may have to do a late night show. We usually do it on Tuesday. I think I'm going to tackle women living in their cars tonight. And it's going to crack, because the way I'm going to come from it may be me having a little sympathy. It may not. But life is about choices and decisions, and a lot of people are not making good choices and decisions, even when they living in their car. They still want this mentality of give me hand, don't want to do nothing, don't want to get themselves out that situation. And I was explaining to the person yesterday, time is ticking. I just saw something about Amazon laying off another 30, UPS laying off another 30. There's other companies that steady laying off. Time is ticking. I talked about the gig people the other day as far as robo-taxis, Elon. I'm thinking about going ahead and getting me a Model Y, probably get me a Model Y, get another Model Y and a Model 3. We already had a Model Y, so I'm going to get another Model Y and a Model 3, and I'm just going to put them on the network. Go ahead and get rid of some of these drivers out here. just let the car drive and it's going to take itself to charge, and I'm just going to be making money. So even the giggers ain't safe. But you want to just get it right now. Okay, so you keep getting it right now until you can't get it no more. And then now the cost of ownership is really out of reach for you. And then I'm going to still be right here 4 or 5 years. So I'm going to be like, yeah, remember that? Do I need to pull that live stream up when I told you so? No, Mark, see, because your come up was in a different generation, so you was able to get your shit cheaper. Listen, tomato, big dog. The fact still remained that I told you then and you didn't do what was in your best interest. I told you, but you still wanted to do this get by shit, and now you can't do that no more. So now what you gonna do? It's the same thing with the person who has the mindset of renting versus owner. Renting versus owning. It's a poor mindset. It's a poor mind state. Renting versus buying a box truck. So we're gonna have two scenarios. Two scenarios. Right? Everybody's cost is gonna be different, but in order to make this fair to prove to you the point, we're going to have two different people, two different scenarios, I should say. One renting, one owning. They do the exact same thing. They run the exact same route. Everything is the same except one rent and one owns. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. Scenario one is the renter. All right, he's getting and I'm being fair. He's getting a weekly rental of $650 a week. He's paying 15 cents a mile. Excuse me. Averages about 2,000 miles a week. Total rental cost for the week, we're going to say $950. Obviously, there's taxes. All right, so we can round that to 1,000. But for this, we're just going to leave it at $950. And this is where you get sold the whole maintenance. You don't have to pay for the maintenance, but I put maintenance included because it's baked into the cost. You're definitely 100% paying for the maintenance. All right, and you pay this every week, whether your truck, is broken or it's not broken. Obviously, if your truck breaks down, they're going to swap you out. You're going to continue to pay this, right? Scenario two is a person who buys. Now, for this example, I made the buyer's situation a bad case. I made the renting person a good case. I gave them a good rental rate with a great mileage rate. So I didn't give it a worst case scenario. I gave it a good case scenario. I'm purposely giving the person who bought the truck a bad scenario. This person is paying $1,600 a month, which equals out to about $369 a week. They went through one of these hard money loan companies, right? So they had bad credit. They got a bad credit deal. They're paying $1,600 a month. This is a worst case scenario financed purposely. So we got a good rental case scenario and we got a bad finance case scenario. And this is done purposely. Follow me now. Weekly variable is the same. These two independent owner operators are doing the exact same thing. Fuel 2,000, 10 MPGs, $4 a gallon on average. That's $800 a week. Other variables, DEF, tolls, parking, scales, miscellaneous, blah, blah, blah. We put it in for $200. So variable cost a week, $1,000. All right. Even Steven across the board. The only difference is you got one guy's renting, one guy's purchasing. Good, fair rental, bad purchase deal. Now, weekly profit comparison, same miles, same gross, different outcome. Weekly gross, same, $3,500 a week. They do the exact same thing. Rental costs, $950. Variable costs, $1,000. We're going to put that person at a weekly profit of $1,550. Ownership, finance guy. Weekly gross, $3,500. It's the same. Truck payment, spend $1,600 a month, $369 a week. Variable cost the same because they do the exact same thing. Weekly profit is going to be $2,131. Owner's making $581 more a week. Now, annualized comparison for a 52-week period. Weekly profit, $1,550 for the renter. It's 52 weeks. It's $80,600. The owner, because we're going to make this good, right? We're going to make it good. Before maintenance, pay attention. I put owner before maintenance. Weekly profit, $2,131, 52 weeks, annual $110,812, $110,812. So automatically you can see the difference in the margin as far as profitability from a renter versus an owner. All right. Now, $30,000, $1,200 more before maintenance. Now, let's do a worst case scenario for maintenance for the owner. For the owner, this is not including PMs. Let's just say this owner just really had a rough year. All right. They spent a lot of money in maintenance. Same work, brutal year. Ownership is still going to win. Worst case, it could be anything. Engine repair, suspension, drivetrain, could be tires and brakes, downtime, shop delays, random mechanical failures. Let's say this person spent, not including PMs, $20,000 for maintenance that year. Annual profit before was $110,812. After maintenance, got him at about $90,812. Even in the worst case scenario that I'm given in comparison to renting, the owner still comes out better. And this is a worst case scenario. Now imagine this owner didn't have a lot of mechanical failures that year. That gap is going to be bigger. That gap is going to be bigger. So now we got annual grosses, both are the same because they do the exact same thing. Annual net profit for the renter, let's say $80,600. For the owner, $90,812. Still $10,000. And this is a worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. Equity in the rental truck? Absolutely none. There's equity in the truck you own. There's depreciation that can be written off at the end of the year, saving you more money. You cannot do that with a rental truck. Now, this is owner talk. Some of you guys don't understand about equity and depreciation as it pertains to ownership in a truck, and you 100% can write off the depreciation. You wouldn't understand that. This is language that's above because you thinking poor. Control, you have absolutely positively no control. Not your truck. You got to run that truck. They're charging you every Friday, every Thursday, every Monday. Whenever your contract rewrites, they're charging you for it. Every week. Which is detrimental to your cash flow, your weekly cash flow. It's like, imagine getting a daily debit or a weekly merchant cash advance loan. One of those hard money loans. You can compare that to renting a truck. You got a nice portion of money, average renter, especially that does OTR or box truck, and they're averaging about $1,000 a week. That's a lot of money coming out of your account weekly. That's very detrimental to your cash flow. Over the course of time, the more you rent, the longer you rent, the more you're going to pay. Let's say you get through the cracks and you rent a truck for 5 years. And let's say you get the rental truck the same day the owner gets his truck on a hard money deal. A hard money deal. He gets a $58,000 truck. We'll use the scenario we saw from the contract we saw that I showed about a month ago. That guy bought that Ryder truck for $58,000, ended up spending $96,000. Go back and look at the content. You'll see the contract. He bought the truck for $58,000, he ended up spending $96,000 on it. 5 years. So let's take a look at that. You get that truck in that bad hard money deal as an owner for 5 years, 60 months, spend $1,600 money. You're going to pay $96,000 on a $58,000 truck. But the other person who averages about $1,000 a week rents that truck for 5 years. That person is going to pay $250,000 in rentals on an average of $50,000 a year renting a truck. You're going to overpay for your truck on a hard money deal but you're gonna save $150,000 fucking dollars. And these are real case scenarios. Average renter that's doing OTR is spending about $1,000. So Mark, what about the maintenance? It's highly unlikely a person is going to spend $150,000 in maintenance in 5 years. And whatever they spend, it's still going to come out ahead. Now, I ask you the question, what can you do with an extra $150,000? You rent a truck for 5 years, you're averaging $50,000 to $60,000 a year in rental cost. You paid $50,000, $60,000 for the truck. You bought the truck in year one. Every year after that, it's profitable for the rental company that you bought the truck from. It's profitable because you're paying for everything. You already paid the truck for them. You're covering the maintenance, and they're profiting on top of that. So here are two scenarios. Same gross, very different outcome. It's just like you renting an apartment. You rent an apartment for 5 years. You pay $25,000 a year in rent. It's a little over $2,000 a month. You rent that same apartment for 5 years. You pay $250,000 for it. If that apartment is in a 2-flat building, you pretty much paid the mortgage and the cost of the 2-flat just from your one unit. You pretty much paid that building off for that landlord in 5 fucking years. And when you decide to move, you turn in your keys. There's no equity in it, no ownership. You can't resell it. You can't pull out any equity. You can't borrow money against the equity. You can't do a HELOC. You can't do anything. You just pretty much paid off a large portion of that building, if not the whole building, including the unit above you and under you, for the landlord. And the other unit is profit. He took your unit and used your rent to cover the cost of the mortgage, and the second unit was profit. So explain to me how, based on what these people are saying, renting better than owning. There's only one thing where you can rent a box truck for a long period of time successfully, and that's in moving, because the customer pays the cost of it. You're not burning up a shit ton of miles, and you're charging everything 100% to the customer. There's no middleman. You do OTR, I see these guys get fucked every time, especially the ones that believe that shit that they favorite people tell them. And it's a bunch of favorite people. So if you're thinking this is targeting one specific person, it's not. The person that sparked this live stream was the guy you sent me the other day, the young kid who said that dumbass shit. So Big Mark gonna come and just break it all down for you, because you know we like numbers over here. And we don't say dumb shit that doesn't make sense. We don't speak from a poor person's mentality. We speak from an owner's mentality because we own. A person who owns anything, fuck a box truck, any asset, would never say no dumb shit like that. So if you believe this dumb shit, that you're going to come out better renting and that you don't pay the maintenance, I'm going to place a wager. I'm going to place a wager. I can predict and forecast how long, especially if you're an OTR. If you're an OTR guy, I can tell you when you're going to fail. If you come in with a plan, 6 to 12 months to transition out, kudos. But if you have the mentality that you can build a successful business, OTR, renting a truck, And it tells me a lot about you. The people who say this, I look at their content, I see how they produce it, I see them in their little apartments and things. That shit we reacted to the other day. No. No. Not happening. Not happening. When you rent, you're paying retail for maintenance for the life of you renting that truck forever. You're 100% paying the maintenance. Nobody gets in business to be a charity. If renting was cheaper than owning a truck, rental companies would not exist. If rental truck companies paid for maintenance, rental truck companies would not exist. They would be bankrupt. Ownership gives you depreciation. It gives you tax strategy. It gives you refinance options, which I wouldn't do, but it is a variable option that you have. I wouldn't do it though. If you got to refinance a vehicle, whether it's a personal vehicle, a box truck, a personal vehicle, whatever, something's wrong. I wouldn't do it, but it is an option. Ownership also gives you exit value. And if you get a black swan event like I did, you could do it at appreciation instead of depreciation over a period of time. Because you own it. So that means you can sell it. The only thing renting gives you is laziness, convenience over a period of time, predictability, and a lower ceiling, a lower cost of entry. That's it, and that's all. You're going to make less money. And at the end of the rental cycle, whenever you decide to hang up, you fail, or whatever the case may be, if you don't transition, you turn in your keys and that's it. It's just like renting an apartment. You got people out here now that are saying renting an apartment is better than owning. Dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Oh, because over the period of the time, once you got to pay for the roof to get the leak fixed, or you may have a water, a pipe may bust, or you may have to get the sewage line rotted out, and all that shit happens with ownership. It's just like maintenance. They try to scare you out of owning a truck because of the maintenance. I don't give a fuck about maintenance. You can't call yourself a boss if you're scared of cost. Maintenance is just a part of it. When I hear these people say, oh yeah, I'm starting a business, I'm a boss, but then they promote the fact that I don't want to have to deal with maintenance, I don't take you serious. Get the fuck out of my face. You ain't no boss. You scared of cost. You don't make money without spending money. You scared of a water pump, a fuel pump? You scared to get a goddamn it, some new tires? You scared that the transmission may go out? You scared that goddamn it, drive shaft issue, whatever, suspension, brakes? You can't have big boss conversations and then in the same breath talking about you scared and you don't want to deal with maintenance. What you really saying, yo, I ain't ready. Same bullshit when I hear people, man, I'm just gonna be a renter for the rest of my, I ain't gonna never buy no house. I ain't gonna never buy nothing because I'm scared. I don't want to deal with the repairs. Once you do the math, nah, bro, you always gonna come out better with ownership. In both case scenarios, even with property, you got equity. Ownership, the value goes up over time. You can use the equity to leverage and create other opportunities for vehicles to make more money. HOA fees. Look. Renter mentality. Kevin, you cool and all, but that's a you have a renter mindset. That's a renter. We don't worry about shit like that, big dog. We don't worry about that. We don't worry about that. That's a scary shit. That's scary shit and real ownership. We don't worry about things that come along with it. We look at the bigger picture. If you come into any business or just anything and you're scared of maintenance, saying you're not coming in with a plan to win. See, when you come in with a plan to win, the money that I'm gonna make, the money that I'm planning on making, because I have a bulletproof plan. I did a business plan. I understand what I'm investing in. I'm not gonna care, because when things like that do arise, I'm gonna be so cash flow heavy that it ain't really gonna affect nothing. I don't really care. We call it a part of the game. This the shit that come along with it. If you play in the street, you understand what come along with it. You're gonna die, you're gonna go to jail. Play it in the street, you understand what comes along with it. When you come into business, you understand what comes along with it. Yo, eventually we're gonna have to spend some money. We in business to make money. We're gonna make money, but we know eventually we're gonna have to put back out there. Something gonna happen. And we're gonna be prepared for it, because we do good business. When things are going good, we do what we supposed to do. We don't go do dumb shit, and we allocate money into the coffer, so when things come up, it's there. We ain't worried about it. We not tripping on no maintenance. We not tripping on no maintenance. We not worried about it. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. We not tripping on that shit. We not tripping on that shit. We in business to make more money. As much money as possible. So if ownership is going to give me a more opportunity to make more money, that's where we going. And that's that. I challenge anybody. The phone line is open. Doors of the church is open. I challenge anybody. I'm willing to have any conversation to prove me wrong. 312-772-5483. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. And this is a best case scenario versus a worst case scenario. Now, if this was a best case scenario, it would still be obviously be the winner, but the gap would be wider. If this person didn't do a hard money loan, the gap would be wider, even with a bad year in maintenance. This is a bad case scenario as an owner, and it still comes out ahead versus the renter. If this person bought in cash, even a bigger profit margin. Better financing deal, even a better profit margin. A good year, no major issues from a maintenance perspective, an even better profit margin. Worst case scenario, better profit margin. On the back end, which I didn't talk about, when it comes to taxes, this person, can he still write off depreciation? This person can't. So you can even increase this on a bad case scenario versus the renter by more, depending on what the depreciation value is at tax time. (312-772-5483). Listen. Leave it alone, man. I'm gonna leave it alone. Nobody want to test Big Mark? I'm just curious because there's so many. I know they be watching Big Mark. Everybody watch Big Mark in his space. You got to. You got to watch Big Mark. Who else you gonna watch? Ain't nobody. I mean, it's a few people. So when I say ain't nobody, you don't think I'm just saying I'm the only one. There's a few people. When I'm saying ain't nobody, it means not a lot of us. So I'm up for the challenge. I love a good debate. I got to stay sharp. See, a debate keeps me sharp. It uses parts of my brain that I don't normally necessarily use throughout the day because it challenges. It's a great brain exercise. I love brain exercises. You know, when you just got a lot of time on your hand because you did things the right way. You know, one thing about older people, when they retire and they go, they just sit around because they're not active anymore, they start to lose their mind. I got a lot of time, so I don't want to lose my mind because I came out really, really early, about 20-something years earlier than I should have. So I have to do things to keep my mind sharp. So I challenge myself. I love having engaging conversations because it works certain parts of the brain. I'm not running around on TikTok looking at all the big booty hoes. And I'd rather have an intriguing conversation. (312-772-5483). I think you missed the whole point of the lecture, Mr. Crazy. I clearly said transition. You have to have a plan to transition. And with you even saying this under it, renting out of desperation, it says a lot about the individual, which further proves my point. If you're making decisions, illogical, irrational decisions off of desperation, it says a lot about the individual. But based on the conversation that we had yesterday, I guess that's where people are in society instead of doing things that are logical. Everybody's chasing a trend. Everybody wants to do what the Joneses are doing. Everybody wants to do what the Joneses said that they should do instead of making a well-informed decision for them and their family. And in most cases, a well-informed decision, the answer would be to search for something that provides stability. But I see we're in a different world now. So people will make irrational, illogical decisions based off, like you're saying here, desperation. And if that's the case, They're going to be running in the hamster wheel until the hamster wheel stops, and then they're going to realize I did this for a year and a half, and I still have nothing. Let's look at this situation right here. Let's take it even one step further while we're waiting for somebody to call in, see if anybody's going to dare. With this person being able to, with making less, you got to remember this individual still has a cost of living outside of the box truck. They're doing this to put food on the table. This $1,000 a week on average, which most box trucks owner operators that are running box trucks are paying, versus this person in the worst case scenario that has a hard money loan, paying $1,500, $1,600 a month one time. That extra $3,300, $3,400 a month could be going somewhere else, but it's going to the rental truck company. This person is spending $4,000 a month, $50,000 to $60,000 a year. So that's why when I talk to these people that rent, they 100% rob from the sustainability of the business. They have no choice. There's not much room there. It's not much buffer there for cash flow and to sustain living at home. And we're not talking about comfortable. We're just talking about getting by living. They have to rob from the sustainability of the business just to get by, barely. Barely get by. We ain't talking about living. We ain't talking about comfortable. We not talking about sustaining. We not talking about survive. We talking about barely getting by. Rental truck companies know when the truck is going to break down. They know what's going to break down because they have data. That's how they determine for certain trucks what they charge you by the mile. Matter of fact, let's have a little fun today. Let's have a little fun because I don't think nobody's going to challenge Big Mark. Hold on a second. Let's see something. Let's have a little fun. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's have a little fun, y'all. Fuck it. We ain't gonna get I don't think nobody want to challenge Big Mark. Let's see.
We're sorry. When placing a local...
Oh, my bad. Oh. Wait, let me they change their number. Excuse me. Let's get it.
Thank you for calling Penske Truck Leasing, located in South Holland, Illinois. For the rental department, please press 1. For the service department, please press 2. For administration...
Thank you for calling Penske. This is Jada speaking.
Hi, may I speak to an account rep?
The finance department?
No, renting. I'm curious about renting a
Yeah, this is the rental counter. I can help you.
I'm curious. I'm starting a new business, and I'm curious about rates for a 26-foot box truck with a lift gate.
Yeah, I can make you a quick quote and I can give you direct pricing.
Sure. I'd really like that.
Okay, what's your first and last name?
My name is Carlos. Last name is Rodriguez.
And what's the business name?
Get It Out the Mud Trucking LLC.
And you've never rented with us before, right?
No, ma'am. I'm starting a new box truck business.
Okay. And then do you want just like the weekly rate or daily rate?
I plan on keeping it long term. So I heard something.
Couple
I have a
months.
mentor, and he told me something about a 60-day rate lock in. Is that a thing, or was he just telling me that?
Well, if you are looking for like keeping it long term for months, you would have to speak to our sales rep. He's currently not here, but I can give you his email and his phone number. Um, just because I can give you a monthly rate as well, but just depending on how long you're looking to keep it, there's certain prices also that he goes by.
So would he give me better prices, or would it be the
It
same?
just depends on how long term you're looking to keep it.
Well,
So you really
I
just have
I
to be
don't
in
I
communication
plan
with
on
him.
staying in business, but I'm going to be honest with you. I do plan on transitioning out, but maybe 6 to 12
Mhm.
months.
Yeah. So he would have to. He might give you like a yearly rate.
Well, I
That's just something you would have to speak with
what
him about.
what would the weekly rate look like then? Because I'm really trying to get things going. This money's burning a hole in my
Okay.
pocket. I really want to get things going. I got everything set up. I'm ready to go.
Okay. So the weekly rate would be $910.
Whoa, is that the best? He was telling me something about an average about five.
That's why I meant. Yeah, you would just. That's why you have to speak to the sales rep. He's the one that would break down that for you.
Okay, what's his name?
His name is Chance. I'm gonna provide you with his email and his phone number. Just let me know when you're ready.
Give me 1 second. Is the phone number like a cell phone where I can call him directly? Or is it like a. All
I believe this is like his work cell phone.
right, give me a second. Let me pull that up here. Chance. All right, she said Chance. All right, what's his number?
Yes, it's 773-343-9847, and I will also suggest emailing him.
Okay.
You might get a quicker response with the email. Just let me know when you're ready for that.
Sure, what's his email? Okie dokie. I'll give Mr. Chance a call.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much.
Have a
What was your
nice
name again?
one. You're
What was your name
welcome.
again?
My name is Jada.
Thank you, Jada.
No problem.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Jada sound a little decent, didn't she? Yeah, Big Mark might have to pull up out there in Penske and do a little inquiry. All right, do we call this? Hold on, let me call the one over in Worth. Man, we don't want to blow. We call this other one real quick, though. Hold on, let me call the one over in Worth. Let's see. So, hold on, big dog. We got you. We got you, big dog. Is that Chicago Ridge or is it Worth? It might be Chicago Ridge. No, let's see. Yeah, it's that one. All right, let's call over there. No, hold on. That's the Home Depot. We ain't want to go to Home Depot. We want to go to Penske truck rental Worth, Illinois. Give me a second. Is that one still open? Oh, we gotta call another corporate one. She tweaking 900. My mentor didn't tell me 900. My mentor said nothing about no 900 a week. That is asinine. Hold on one second, big dog. Hold on, big dog. We gotta find the one over Worth. This is the Home Depot. I want the one in Worth. Is it still there? Penske truck rental. Let's see, near me. Call South Holland. Give me a second. Looking for a corporate location. It was one out in Worth. That's where. Come on, man. What the hell? What the helly? What the helly I say? What the helly? Let me see. Is that Home Depot? Yep. You don't want to go to Home Depot. Fuck wrong with y'all. Goofy ass one. It's Home Depot too. All right, fuck it. Let's go. What's that one? Found a corporate location. Cicero. They closed the one on 39th and Stickney. That's closed too. All right. Let's fuck it. Let's go out here. Let's go out here. Let's call this one. Oh, that's the Penske and Worth? All right, bet. Let's call that one. I'm just curious. They said that
Thank you for calling Penske Used Trucks. Please be advised, all calls are recorded and kept for future reference and may be monitored for quality assurance. Currently assisting other callers. Please hold. We will answer your call in the order it was received.
Penske Trucks, this is Peter.
Hi, Peter. Is this a corporate location or is this a Home Depot?
I'm actually at one of our dealerships. Is there something we can help you with?
Oh yeah, I was calling about getting an inquiry for a box truck rental or.
Oh, gotcha. Can I give you the phone number to the rental office?
Yeah, is that the one in Worth?
No. Which location did you want to rent from?
The one in Worth. Is that one still there? The one that used to be on in Worth, Illinois. I forget, was that Harlem?
We had a location that was 95th in Harlem in Chicago Ridge, but they don't rent anymore. The next one over would be Bedford Park.
So that corporate location that was
You want to?
the corporate location that was in Worth is not there anymore. It was like on Harlem, right across from the Walmart in Worth.
That I'm not sure about. All I knew was the one that was 95th in Harlem in Chicago Ridge.
95th in Harlem.
Yeah. If you want, though, I can get you to one of the rental offices that can take care of you.
Yeah, I just called South Holland. They don't have anything for me. So what would the next corporate location be? South.
All right. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
708 625 0860.
And which location is this?
That's Bedford Park.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Take care.
They put one in Bedford Park. Hey man, you did big more. Big.
Thank you for calling Penske Truck Leasing, located in Bedford Park, Illinois. For the rental department, please press 1. For the service
Thank you for calling Penske. Would you mind being placed on a brief hold?
Sure.
Thank you.
At Penske, we appreciate your business. Whether renting a truck or managing a large fleet, your satisfaction is our priority.
Thanks for choosing Penske. This is Evan. How can I help you?
Hi, Evan. How you doing? I'm calling to see if I can get an inquiry for a rental of a box truck.
You said you wanted to get an inquiry, or?
Yeah, I mean, I want to inquire as far as pricing is concerned.
Yeah. Do you have a rental account set up with us, or would this be your first time?
First time, new business owner.
Okay. New business owner? Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. And then what type of trucks were you looking for?
26-footer, lift gate, preferably.
Okay. Let me see. Alrighty. So you're a new business owner?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gotcha. Congratulations. What's
Thanks.
the name of that business?
Get It Out the Mud Trucking, LLC.
Gotcha. What are you guys doing for business?
OTR box trucker. I'm just starting as an owner-operator, so I'll be out there on the road just driving.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So currently for the 26s, assuming you're looking at keeping these like longer term if you're doing over-the-road work, so I can give you weekly pricing. So per week, we bill at $910 per week, and then we're currently billing at 30 cents per mile.
Wow. Is that the best you can do? I got a mentor somewhere like between $500 to $650 a week.
So we can definitely work with you on the pricing. We actually have a new process as far as setting up new commercial accounts where we no longer are able to handle it at the branch level. Instead, I can send you a link and I can have you fill that out. And then once you complete and submit that form, that gets sent to our corporate account creation team. They'll just need about 24 hours to look over all the information on your account, and then they'll get back to us letting us know if you're approved to rent. And then from there, once we get your account set up and approved, I can get you into contact with one of our sales reps to kind of negotiate these prices down with something that works for you.
Wow. That's a lot. My mentor didn't say it. This was the process. This must be something.
No, this is a pretty brand new process for us that just got rolled out this month. Apologies. Just give me 1 second. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Okay. Can I inquire why? Is it just people mishandling equipment? So you got just stricter,
Yeah, I mean, it's really a corporate decision, so they didn't give us too much insight as to what their reasoning is. But if I had to guess, it's probably just another way to minimize risk and just, provide further background checks and balances on the people that we run our trucks to.
Okay, so the best price that you could give me would be about $900 a week, 30 cents a mile.
No, I mean, we could certainly work lower than that. I just don't want to give you a number because what the process is if we get you to complete that form and then get your account approved, I would pass you along to our sales rep, Armando, where he would take over the negotiation of the rates. So we could certainly do a lot better than these rates. These are just the rates that we have for anybody who calls in, but given what your mentor said, kind of in that price range, I just don't want to speak out of tongue and offer you something that Armando can't. But I'm certain that we could come to an agreement on the rates and, come to a price point that works for everybody.
Okay. All right. So are you going to email it to me?
Yep. Yeah. If I can just get a good email address from you, I'll send that over.
Mark.
I'm
going to send it to the, and then at GT MDAC trucking at gmail.com.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Just to read that back, that was Mark at GTMDAC trucking. Or sorry, was it Mark dot JTMDA?
Mark at.
And so that's just the .com is the
No.
GTM.
At Gmail.
Okay, so there's two ads.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right, perfect. So yeah, I'll send this over to you. It'll just be the link at the bottom of the email that you'll click on to start filling out the inquiry form. And then once you submit it, it just takes up to 24 hours for us to hear back from the corporate team. And then once we hear back, we'll reach out, let you know what they say.
Okay. And then maintenance. Like that's included in the cost, right? Of the rent.
Yeah. So I mean, like any upkeep maintenance on the truck, we do what's called preventative maintenance on the units every 60 to 120 days, depending on the unit type. We're essentially looking at oil change, tires, basically anything that goes into the truck that's mechanical to make sure that it's working properly. Sorry, just give me one more second. Sorry about that. But yeah, we handle all the general maintenance stuff that you would do on the truck. The only thing that you would be responsible for if it were to happen would be damage, and that would be dependent on the type of insurance that you have on file.
Right. So, but the maintenance that you guys do, that's included in my rental cost, right?
Yeah. I mean, we don't bill anything specifically for the maintenance.
Yeah, it's baked in. It's baked in. I'm pretty sure you're a profitable business. It's baked in. I'm pretty sure to probably the mileage. There? You there still?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm here.
Yeah, I was saying it's probably just baked into the cost that you charge me. I'm assuming.
I guess. I'm not really too sure how they work out the pricing, but for us, we just bill off. It's going to be either the weekly or daily rate and then whatever miles you incur as well.
All right. Gotcha, man. I'll wait so I can fill that out for you.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll send it over right now for you, okay?
Talk to you soon. Thanks.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Well, looks like y'all done fucked it up for future box truck runners with Penske. They getting stricter and stricter and stricter. They getting stricter and stricter and stricter. Ooh, they making it tough. Yeah, y'all done fucked it up. This is what I'm saying. This is the renters, man. The renter, the way they treat us, they treat it like a hustle. So now they have to mitigate. They doing more things to eliminate the risk and the cost. Like they're gonna always make sure you pay for it. They're gonna always make sure you pay for it. See, now back in the day when I was renting, the mindset was a little bit different. The people that were coming into business had a totally different mindset. We didn't have a hustle mentality. We had more business mindset. We treated people's things like they were our own. And literally you would just go in and say, hey, I want to rent a truck. They'd say, all right, how much? We'll give you a truck. We'll do a walk around, $450 a week, 1,500 free miles, 12 cents a mile. Simple as that. None of this extra shit. Now you see, as time goes on, they get stricter and stricter and stricter. Hello?
Hello?
Yo.
What's going on, Mark? I'm watching you live. Hold on just a second. Hold on. I got you on in the background. I'll cut her off. Hello?
Yeah, what up?
Yeah, I have some questions. You on live right now still?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you basically saying that it's not good to rent a box truck?
What do you plan on doing?
I'm just getting started, man. I've been following you for a minute, but I ain't really, you know how you put something to the side. I ain't really, but how much you think? How much exactly would I need to start?
All depends on you, bro. What you trying to do? You don't know what you want to do.
You know, taxes coming up. Like, what would you think to buy like a little used small box truck? That's what I was thinking about going about it, but I don't know completely nothing about it, Brody. I ain't gonna lie.
I hear you. So in order for me to help you answer that question, that's why I asked you, what are you looking to do? Because the answer is going to be different if you're trying to do OTR, you're trying to do Amazon, you're trying to do Final Mile, what you want to do.
I wanted to do like owner operator. Like one of your videos, I seen how you was saying like you can get contracts with like other little companies or whatever. But like I'm really open to do, you know what I'm saying, anything. But to start off, I don't want to exhaust myself. I want to try to start off small and get some experience. But I want to make some money too.
I mean, you're going to be an owner operator in anything. You do Final Mile, you get a contract, you're an owner operator. You do OTR, you're an owner operator. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be more specific, you know? So how much money? Let me ask you this, because it sounds like you haven't done, like, how much money you got?
Let's say about 15.
15,000.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you looking at renting the truck.
That's what I was looking at it like Facebook Market and stuff. They got like little box trucks for sale. So I was trying to see like, would that be the smarter route or?
Here's what I'm saying. What size truck are you looking at on Facebook Marketplace?
They got like 24s, like different little footers.
Different little footers.
I ain't been looking at no specific size though, but like the average
Where
size.
you calling from? Detroit.
Yeah.
I could tell from the 313. I know area codes off the back, like off back. But
you gotta look out for me, man. You in Chicago, right?
Yeah, big dog. But you know, man. Like I'm gonna look out for you with the information. But shit, you ain't telling me much. You dig?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know the lingo. You know, I don't really know nothing. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I'm not pretty sure. I can see that you're a good dude. You're gonna lead a person in the right way. I know you want to get paid for your time. I wouldn't mind.
You gonna pay me?
Taking up a class.
You ain't send me nothing because I'm using my time right now, big dog. What you mean?
I know. That's why I'm reaching out right now. I was watching your live. I'm reaching out right now. Like, what class? I'll take up your class. It don't matter.
I don't got no class, big dog, but check it out, though. Check it out. If you looking on Facebook Marketplace, and how much are you looking at the range? What you got your filter set out as far as purchasing? How much you looking to spend on a truck?
Hold on, I'll probably spend about 12,000.
You say you got 15?
But that's what I'm saying for the truck. Yeah, I'm talking about just to go into the business and the whole thing.
Yeah, for the business is 15.
Yeah. So how much you think I need?
So then you ain't got enough money, big dog.
How much you think it costs for like starters?
I mean, because if you get a $12,000 truck, you only got $3, and that ain't enough money. You still got other shit you got to get. You gonna need working capital. You gonna need fuel. You gonna need a bunch of shit. That ain't enough, big dog.
So right now, would it be smart to rent a truck for now?
I mean, with 15,000, you're gonna have to come in at a low, cost of entry. Yeah, but shit, you're gonna be spending a lot of money in rental costs.
Right.
And still 15 ain't really a lot if you don't know what you're doing. Based on the conversation we having right now, it's gonna be tough for you, big dog.
That's why I had to call Mark the mentor.
Yeah, dog. If I was you, I'd keep that 15 and I'd keep doing some research.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So even if you could help me, like, point me in the right direction or what to look up and the things I'm gonna know, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm ignorant to this. I ain't gonna lie.
Thing you need to do, bro, is educate yourself just on general business. You don't have a general sense of understanding of just business, basic business. It's going to be hard for you to navigate. More people fail that come into this industry than succeed, and the gap ain't the margin ain't even close. Majority of the people that come into this business fail. Majority, 85, 90%.
Yeah, that's business anyway.
Right. But this is especially what you want to do is a numbers game. And the profit margin is very, very small. So you may not have much room for error, right? You may not have enough room for error, enough margin for error, and then that margin is going to be decreased based on the buffer that you have as far as your working capital.
Right.
Let me ask you this. How old are you?
36.
How many kids you got?
4.
And what's your current cost of living outside? Like, how much does it cost you a month just to cover your bills and shit like that? Kids and all that shit.
At least about, I'd say about 3,000 a month.
3,000 a month. So let me ask you this. How many months can you go without getting paid?
Without getting paid?
Yep.
See, I got little stuff on the side that I'm doing now. That,
It's jugging. It's jugging for you out there in Detroit. You got a few blocks.
No,
nothing like that. All right, bad. My bad. Okay, I thought you were jugging.
Shit. Hell no. I be doing little shit. I do DoorDash, the little side gigs, any little side gig.
Check it out. You ain't gonna be able to do none of that if you on the truck. So that's why I'm asking you.
And I think that'll pay more.
What'll pay more?
Like than the little DoorDash shit. I'm like already riding around all day, so I wouldn't mind doing that. Excuse my language, though.
But what I'm asking you is how many months can you operate without paying yourself?
I'm gonna be putting money into it, right?
You're missing the point. When you start a business, you starting a business thinking that you're gonna get paid right off rip.
No, I know that. I know you're gonna have to.
So let me ask you this: how many months can you operate without getting paid?
It depends on how much I'm spending.
No.
So
not getting paid is just not getting paid, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with spending. The question is pretty cut and dry. How many months can you go without getting paid? You said it's costing you about $3,000 a month to live. That's it. That's cheap. That's cheap, dog. That's cheap.
You can't go no months without getting paid, for real.
Not necessarily. I could go a few months without making no money. I could probably go longer than I can probably go over a year without making no money. I can go longer than that. I probably can go a few years. More, I'm just adding shit up. But it's layers and it's buffers there. It's things there that I will be able to pull from.
All right, let's say 60 days at the most.
All right, well,
I think that's pretty reasonable.
So how much money? So that means you got $6,000 set to the side.
No, but like I don't go without getting paid. That's what I'm saying.
Listen,
so
bro.
I know
Listen. You. What you doing now is different than what you trying to do. When you come into business, it's a possibility that the business will not generate enough revenue to pay you.
Right.
So what I'm asking you is how much money you got, how many layers, how many buffers do you have? Me sitting up here thinking right now about myself, I could go years.
I
should
say
know.
60
You should
days.
know based off of your cash.
days.
Hold on, listen to me. Cash, assets, right? Do you own any like we gotta go different layers and buffers where you can pull from. How much cash you got? Do you own any assets where you can start pulling from? You see what I'm saying? To keep your cost of living going. So if your cost of living is $3,000, once you total up all your assets, how long can you go if you don't make no money pulling from, let's say, stocks, pulling from crypto, pulling from equity, from property, selling property, selling this, selling that? Like, how long can you go?
60 to 90 days.
All right, so that ain't long.
No, not at all.
All right, so
that's why it's like I feel I'm getting over. This little shit I'm doing, it feel like I'm exhausting myself and I ain't really seeing nothing. Even what I'm doing now, it's like I'm still running in place. But if I could be putting the same energy towards something that I'm gonna see,
all right, so
something later down the line, I'm cool with that.
So here's the thing, big dog. If you don't have enough money to really sit down and lose, then you're not ready, bro.
How much you think?
I mean, you got 4 kids, big dog. I mean, to me, what you saying, your cost of living is low.
That ain't. This
Huh?
is something I do. Like I'm pretty like.
But you missing the point. If your business is operating at a loss for 3 months, that means you're not making no money, bro. Can you go 3 months without making no money?
I believe so.
Can you go 4 months?
If I have to, I'll figure it out.
Okay, so that means you have no money that you're able to take care of your cost of living. So what we're determining now is how much money you need on that side, because you need a buffer here and you need a buffer there.
Yeah, that's why I already kind of got that already set up to where like I don't have to worry about it.
Okay, so I mean, get a box truck, bro, and then you said you want to do OTR, rent a box truck, I guess.
No, I'm saying, would you think that's the best route?
I mean, I wouldn't suggest it, but if that's the only way you can come in from affordability, then that's just the only thing. Sound like you really want to come in. I wouldn't suggest a person rent a box truck. I would suggest them come in with a full business plan and purchase a truck cash and go from there. Renting a box truck is gonna suck and drain a lot of your cash flow. You're not gonna have any equity in it. You're not going to be able to write it off at the end of the year. As far as the depreciation, obviously the rental cost, yeah, but the depreciation, no. And it's like a leech, Now, if you had a plan, if you came and you called up here and you just gave me a full business plan, and you say, "Yo, I got 6-month to 12-month plan," and you walked your plan through, and I'll be able to listen to you, and I can gauge how educated you are and how much research you've done, and you can give me numbers on how you're going to transition out in 6 to 12 months, and that's different. Based on what you're telling me, you don't know nothing. You said you're not hip to the terminology, the verbiage. You don't, you said the little footer trucks. You said, shit like that. So it's just telling me that you got a lot of research to do. And I'm telling you, with the knowledge that you have right now, it's not wise to start a box truck business with that $15,000, bro.
Right.
I'm just being honest with you, bro. The probability of you failing is really, really high, over 90% based off what you told me. And I'm not being negative. I'm not being facetious. I know you're going to have some content creators that going to say, don't listen to him. He's in this, that. He's old. He been done made his money. It's different out here. They're going to say all these things, but I'm going to tell you, they're going to tell you that while they also telling you to click the link and they're going to help you. I'm telling you, based on what you tell me, without.
I've been watching other but I kind of, know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, you know how energy tell you like go right here, that's why I've been sticking with you though.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, real recognize real, bro. You from Detroit, so you a player. You a player. I hear it in you. I hear it in you. I hear that player in you. You from the D. You right up the way.
Yeah.
You know, y'all like our little cousins.
I ain't gonna say little.
Yeah, y'all like our little cousin. Y'all get a lot of the game. The only thing y'all really got up there is Maury Gators and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying?
Got the big 3 up here,
You
man.
dig what I'm saying? But y'all like, you know, so it's a lot of game. Y'all come down here every December for the players' ball. You dig what I'm saying? So man, we you know, that's why I'm gonna take care of you, big dog. But at the end of the day, man, based on the information, the knowledge that you kicking, like you ain't there yet, bro. And that 15,000, you gonna spend that shit and you ain't gonna know where it went, and that shit gonna go quick, bro.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was saying for like what would you suggest from a small box, like somebody just coming right into the game? Like what would you how much you think they need to get in the game? Like an estimate.
On the minimum side, 25,
Yes.
30.
30. And that's with your own truck or still.
Here's the thing. I could do what you want to do. If I lost everything and I had to come out here tomorrow, I could make that shit work with 15. Me. But I know what to do. I know what to do and I know what not to do. So I can get it off the grind. I can get it off the muscle because I got what it takes from a knowledge base. You don't have it.
That's what I'm saying.
So listen to what I'm saying. You're gonna need a bigger cash buffer because you're gonna need more money to survive the learning curve. The learning curve is not free. It's gonna cost you. All those mistakes that you're gonna make, the lack of relationships, time wasted, that shit is not free. That shit costs. You ain't gonna know what to do. You ain't gonna know how to move. You ain't gonna know how to lean on a motherfucker. You ain't gonna know how to do all that shit to make that 10 that fit in, because it really ain't fit in. You gonna get to spend the money. You still gonna need working capital to go. You dig what I'm saying? So you ain't gonna have the knowledge to make that shit work. So you gonna need more working capital to help cover the cost of those mistakes, to give you more longevity until you figure this shit out, bro.
How long you been doing it?
I've been in this industry since 2010, bro.
Oh yeah, 16 years. Going on.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, a lot has changed since I came in. A lot of shit was different back then. It was cost of operation was cheaper. The competition was different. You didn't have social media, right? You didn't have a lot of people wanting to own their own business. You didn't have gig economy. People wanted to work. It was easy to find, you know, employees. So I'm not going to sit up here and, you know, say, you know, shit is easier. It's the same. No, it was definitely, you know, a different time period then that it is now. You got a lot of, you know, distractions that you're going to be faced with. Your cost of operation is going to be higher. Scaling is going to be a little bit more difficult. I don't know if you just heard the call I made with Penske. Even renting a truck, it's harder to even rent a truck. You just can't even rent a truck no more. Like the time I've been on the phone with you, 15 years ago, I would have walked into Penske, rented the truck, and already been headed back to wherever the fuck it was I came from. Like just like that. If a truck was there, I'd go in, get my debit card, give my goddamn driver's license, do a walk around, and that's it. They were like, we're going to charge you every Tuesday. We're going to hit your card. That's simple. Now you got to go through this person, jump through this hoop, do an application, get approved, talk to a sales rep, negotiate. So everything is different now. A lot of your peers that came before you over the course of the 5 past years have really fucked it up. The economy has fucked it up. Inflation. So it's difficult. It's not easy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some more research. What would you prefer that I look into? Like,
if far as you, bro, I would just listen.
You like when I came, I'm like, man, I was going to you like I'm gonna just watch all bro videos and try to gain as much as information as I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you need to go back from the beginning. Like a lot of the shit that I was doing like a few years ago is more entry level stuff. Like the shit that I'm doing now is more, it's educational, but it's set up for like a show. Whereas the shit I was doing 3-4 years ago, it was informational strictly. It was a little bit more polished content. When I say polished, where I was just strictly educational, I was doing PowerPoint slideshows and graphs and shit like that. So you can consume that. It's boring, but it's jam packed with information. This shit that I'm doing now is more podcast, entertainment with education. So, it's satire, it's education in here, but you need to start with no distractions, no satire, no, accountability. You need to just sit and watch that boring shit and take notes and take screenshots when I was doing the slideshows, when I was doing the graphs, understanding just business in general, you know what I'm saying? Understanding how important the numbers are, all that shit. So I would start at my earlier content when I started doing like a lot of business structured, polished PowerPoint type shit.
That's what I do. I ain't gonna lie. That was my plan. Like, man, I'm about to. You know how you get an idea and then you start looking it up. But I was watching all them other people, like you say, they be like, "Click here, we go do this, do that." Like, man,
And I get it. Go ahead. My bad.
I ain't feel the genuineness in it,
Yeah.
And I see how
just that key word you just said, the genuineness. I appreciate that. I appreciate that you see the genuineness, if that's even a word, the genuine in me, right? Because I could easily just go do it, but listening to you, being an older gentleman, and just navigating through this world, both as a consumer who pays bills, right? But also as a business owner with the experience and what you're trying to do. I just know the learning curve based off what you told me is going to cost you a lot of money, bro. So you need to do extensive research.
I know you had to go through a lot, 15, 16 years. I could tell you be getting fed up with the bullshit too. I could be seeing it. Like, I seen you had a couple of other motherfuckers down with their false information. That's why I'm like, oh yeah, he really for the people,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, it do get frustrating. It's not really it's more frustrating because it's black people that are misleading black people. So that's what more, I don't want to say frustrates me, is disappointing more so than anything. You know what I'm saying? It don't affect me none. I got mine already. You know what I'm saying? But it's disappointing that you have us that are, misleading us for their financial gain. I get it. It's dog eat dog, but it's different when you competing with people in the landscape and it's eat what you kill versus if you coming to provide people with information, but the information that you're providing for profit is misleading, and you're preying on people's desperation and you're promoting hope. That's different. If me and you are competing in a business for a 3PL and we black, nigga, this is competition. I'm trying to take your head off. But if I'm coming to educate you so that you can get ahead, we're not competing. I'm trying to give you the information. And if I know that you have limited money and I know how much it costs and I'm educated enough and I'm wise enough and I'm experienced and I'm tenured enough that based on the conversation we're having with the money that you told me you have, I can already gauge how much money you're going to spend. I can gauge how difficult the learning curve is going to be for you. And I can forecast when you're going to fail. And I've done it plenty of times on this channel. So I'm not going to be the person to just say, yeah, you want to do it, knowing all that based on the conversation and still sell it to you when I know you're going to fail. But you know what? This is a person in front of me that's going to buy whatever it is I have to sell, whether it's a course or a mentorship or whatever it may be, for my personal gain, even though I know in the back of your head he going to fail, he ain't going to make it. I can't do it. That's why I don't. I'd rather come up here and be the bad guy for a minute amount of people. It used to be different, and give you the real And I may say some things that you may disagree with, but you're disagreeing with it because of ignorance. And then I understand, because it happens all the time, that 3 or 4 months down the line, you're going to come back and say, man, Mark, you was right, because it happens all the time. It's just, it's not enough people that are being direct and upfront and honest. If you got a product to sell somebody, it's not going to be in your best interest to be honest, because you wouldn't sell no products. You see what I'm saying? So my moral compass won't allow me to do it when I see so many brothers failing. And I understand social media is pushing these, be your own boss and shit. But even with that, everybody ain't gonna win at that. It's not designed for everybody to win at entrepreneurship. If everybody was a boss, who would be workers? The economies of scale is gonna always correct the weakest people out.
Right. I'm willing to put the work in. I know you got to be a worker before you be a boss anyway, so I'm willing to put the work in. But if you had to write a format out, I'm pretty sure you probably got it already and sketched in your brain. Like, all the stuff you've been through, like you say, you'll know from a level, what level a person coming into, like the obstacles they're gonna have to go through. Like, would you be able to write something out for me, man?
No.
And I like I said,
can I do it? Absolutely. Will I do it? No. I heard you say pay. I don't want your money, bro. Listen.
I know.
Hear me out. If I wanted money, I would do mentorship. I refuse to do mentorship, and I say it all the time for 2 reasons. One, I don't want to be bothered with y'all. You dig what I'm saying? I don't want nobody nagging me. I don't need the money, so I don't want you nagging me. 2, I don't think I would be successful at mentorship, also because the price would be very, very high. And the reason why it would be high is because I've seen people pay people with less experience and less business acumen than me 10, 20,000. So I'm gonna want 50, and I know you ain't gonna pay it. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just not worth it for me to do, because one, I really don't want to be bothered. I'd rather just come kick it with you on these little Monday through Fridays, and then you soak up the game. And if I drop the link or I put the number up, call and I'll answer all the questions you want for free. But bro, I feel like this is my philanthropy. This is my giving back. I'm not going. I ain't gonna bullshit you, bro. I'm not finna sit up here and write nothing up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't care. You can offer me $100. I had a motherfucker come in the Discord and try to throw 20 at me. I turned him away. There was another motherfucker went and wrote a review on me because I refused to mentor him. How you gonna call yourself a mentor but you won't take money? Because I don't want to. I don't have to. I don't need the money. You dig what I'm saying? So that I don't want the headache. I get a headache. Listen, I get a headache just talking to motherfuckers for free. So imagine if you come with 50 grand and you give me, you gonna nag me to death.
But people pay for college courses way more than that.
I hear you, but by the grace of God, I don't need that stream of revenue for that headache. I don't need it.
Yeah, I completely understand, bro. I understand that, and I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm still about to go watch your videos, and I'm glad that you even, like you said, did your philanthropy to, like, at the person watch your videos to come back and ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm gonna be doing for sure.
Yeah, you got to get back, bro. Once you get to a certain point in life, bro, everybody has to. We don't have enough people giving back. That's another thing in our community. We don't have enough people reaching down. It's somebody I know right now, just really a mogul here, and I know him in real estate. When I say mogul, this motherfucker owned damn near half of 2 suburbs. I'm not gonna say his name. Motherfucker won't divulge no information. I'll be sitting and I catch up at a bar shop. That motherfucker won't tell you shit. He won't tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? It's because certain motherfuckers, they like holding on to the information in their sector because they can be big dog in their sector, but they know it's people out there that if they grab a hold of that information, they're going to surpass them. They want to stay up at the top.
And some people fuck it up too.
And some people fuck it up. But what I've learned in this space, you could give them all the information. All the information you need from point A to point Z as far as a box truck business from coming in to exiting out is is on my channel. What I've learned is you could give it away, the motherfucker ain't gonna apply. You know what motherfucker want? They want you to give it to them, but they also want you to do this shit for them too. They want you to hold their hand. Another reason why I say I'm not gonna do it. Motherfucker not finna be calling me 2, 3 in the morning with no dumb shit. I don't want to be bothered with that, bro. Now, if I needed it, then I might, you know what I'm saying? But by the grace of God, I don't. It didn't take me long to realize, hell no, these motherfuckers will be bothering me. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers bothering me. My emails, my DMs, all that shit be jugging. I allot a couple hours of the day, and that's it. So, but I think it's enough information in the content for you just got to buckle down, bro. It's gonna be boring, and you just got to buckle down and watch it and consume it and take notes. And you got to rewatch certain things again, rewatch the shit again, and just consume it. You know, and it should go from boring to intriguing and interesting. It's gonna be boring at first, but it should, if you're really serious about it, then the information, it should go from being boring to intriguing and to interesting. To boring, interesting to intriguing, I should say. Right?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to be a bug, bro. So get used to me, buddy.
Okay.
But I appreciate you calling, man. My name Brandon, by the way, man, from Detroit.
All right, man. Be safe up there.
All right, for sure. You too.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right.
All right. Somebody else called. You can call back. All right, let's call. We're going to call because Penske, I don't like how Penske was talking, bro. They tweaking. Let's see some. All right, let's call. Give me a second. Let's call my buddies over here.
Thank you for calling Enterprise Truck Rental. For quality assurance, your call may be monitored or recorded. For information about our privacy policy, please visit privacy.ehi.com. To help us serve you better, please listen to this entire message. For hours and location information, press 1. To check rates, availability, or to book a reservation, press 2. To confirm, modify, or cancel an existing...
Something right now. You got to call back. Give me a second.
All representatives are currently assisting other customers. Please hold for the next available representative.
Enterprise. Thanks for calling Enterprise Truck. This is Patrick.
Hi, Patrick. I was wondering if I could speak with someone in regarding to getting some information about rates.
Yeah, what kind of truck were you looking for?
26-foot box truck with lift gate.
Yeah. How long would you need one for?
It's for long term, maybe. I'm hoping I can be out of it maybe 6 to 12 months. Then I'm just gonna buy one.
Okay. Yeah. Are you a newer business?
Yes, sir.
All right, I got you. Let me take a look. See. So right now, for business rates, it'd be $2,500 a month, and then 18 cents per mile.
So it's about what, $650 a week?
$625.
$625 a week. And you said 18 cents a mile?
Correct.
All right. And that's billed weekly?
Yeah, we could bill it weekly or monthly.
Okay. Is that the best you can do for the mileage? Is there a cap? And is there
How
a
many
cap?
trucks would you have? Just one?
Just me. I'm just an owner operator.
Yeah, that'd be the best I would be able to do on mileage.
And is there a cap on the mileage?
Typically, we like to keep it around 5,000 a month.
Oh yeah. Well, ooh. Well, I'm gonna be running in a radius. So I'm looking more somewhere between 5,000 and 6,000 a month.
Yeah, that would be fine. It's not a hard close. It's just yeah, it would just be it's not a hard close. It's just that's what we like to keep it around.
Okay. And then the maintenance is baked into the cost of the rental, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. And you're over in Stickney, or is that Sycamore? Where is it? Sycamore? Stickney?
No, in Summit.
Oh, you're in Summit. Okay.
Yeah.
So how would I go about setting up an account? Can I just come over there and just do the paperwork?
Yeah, there'd have to be, so there's deposits involved and stuff like that. We'd have to get your insurance approved, and things like that.
What's the deposit? How what are we looking at for?
It's $2,500.
So $2,500 for a deposit. All right.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: Would that change if I was a local? If it was a local rental? Because my mentor didn't say anything about a deposit, but he does local, like final mile. So his trucks are just local. Doesn't do that many miles. Or is that across the board if I'm renting? The deposit.
For the medium duty stuff, it'd be 2,500.
Okay. 2,500 and okay. All right. So
yeah, and that would be refundable too if you end up buying a truck and you don't have a need for rentals anymore. As long as you're paid up on everything and the truck comes back without damage, you would be all set there.
All right. And how soon if I were to come in tomorrow, do the paperwork, how do you take the deposit? Check, debit? How does that work?
Credit card.
Credit card.
Yeah, we'd have to get everything set up before you could use a debit card. I'd have to make sure that your DOT is registered, things like that.
Yeah, all that's fine. So the 2,500 is by credit card only. I couldn't write a check, debit, cash.
You'd be able to do a debit, but it would take, because I have to get your COI approved. I have to run sanctions on you and your company, so it usually takes a few days to get everything going.
But what's the soonest? If I were to come to Summit tomorrow and get the process rolling, is that possible, or how? Like,
yeah, I can even send you over an email right now, and then if you want to, let's take a look here. New email. What's a good email for you? And I can send over the COI requirements.
Oh yeah, sure. Carlos. Rodriguez 16 at Gmail.
Well, I will email you over our COI requirements, and then just kind of a recap of kind of what we talked about, kind of the process that we go through, and then yeah, if you wanted to stop in tomorrow, hand over that COI, then we could get you going.
Sounds good. What's your name again?
My name is Patrick.
All right, Patrick. I'll see you soon.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks for calling.
Hello.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks for calling.
Yes, hello.
Yo.
Yes, I was looking to get on the show.
You're on the show.
Yes, hello. Yes, Yes, how's it going, sir?
What's up, man?
I am doing great.
How can I help you?
Yes, so I just want to say you're doing a great job. Um, it's really hard putting out great content like this. I mean, I've categorically watched your show from, I wouldn't say the beginning of your, the very first inception of your show, but I've watched like several cuts to several videos, and you all say you are one of the best content creator when it comes to just the box truck game, and you've been a great inspiration to many out there and myself. I recently just started, and it's just been interesting. It's been the first 2 weeks now, and it's been really interesting. But again, I went through your model, I went through everything, and it's really the truth. So I just want to commend you for that.
Man, I really appreciate that. I rarely get calls like just this, so I really appreciate you taking the time out to just call and tell me that. I really do.
Sure, no problem. And again, I like the fact that you're putting out the really tough and challenging side of the business, because it's not all rosy. Or you have this financial commitment that goes into the pre-profit aspect of the business that most people don't tell you. And it's good to know these things before actually jumping into the business. So I really appreciate you for putting out great content like this.
Man, I appreciate you for calling and let me know, man. I really do. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, you're welcome. Thank you. Have a good one.
No problem. Bye. Man, somebody out there appreciate Big Mark, man. Give him a round of applause. Whoever that call was, round of applause, man. Round of applause, man. All right, so boom. Enterprise is charging a deposit now. Definitely has changed. It didn't used to be like that, back when I was renting trucks. Like, you could literally go, my sales rep, her name was Julie. My sales rep over at Penske was Brian. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Mark? How are you?
What's going on? How are you? Who's this?
This is Matthew from Minneapolis.
Mr. Southwest take over Southwest and UPS?
Yeah.
Man, what's up, man? What's that gigging?
Got
the gigging going for you?
Got a question, man. Ready to level up, but I want you to weigh in.
All right.
So I found, I've been in a 06 Land Rover, Range Rover, and that's not ideal. I've been primarily 80% of the time doing roadie, and then 20% of the time I've been doing expedite, formerly delivered, and then go share.
Right.
But I'm not getting lucrative contracts gigging. I am about to purchase a cargo van, and I'm in the Minnesota market, and I want to get an all-wheel drive, but there's two that I'm looking at. There's one in Maury's of Buffalo, which is directly west of us. It's about 12,500. It's a 2016, has about 108,000 miles on. Then there's one in Rochester, Minnesota, which is about an hour, 35 minutes from me. That one is like 14.5. It has 156,000 miles on it, and they're both two-wheel drive. One is the Dodge Ram ProMaster 2500 or 250. One is the Ford Transit. The more expensive one, 14.5 from Rochester Ford, is the more expensive one. I'm thinking about buying it, man. I'm thinking about putting 2 down and buying it, and then continue gigging, right? But only gigging at a higher level. So airspace, freight, Curry, Cinepex, right? Running Monday through.
What's high level gigging? I never.
So high level, I think.
What's that? Talk to me.
High level gigging is more lower scale, low degree gigging would be like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Ships, maybe mid-level would be like Instacarts, more mid-level, and then more high-level gig would be like gig apps that are specifically for courier, right? And so just doing that for 1 to 3 months until I make my schedule like this. Saturday, Sunday off, Monday through Friday, I'm going 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day, right? And then like 6 a.m. to noon, I'm trying to work on getting dedicated contracts. And then 12 to 6 or 12 to 5, I'm gigging on those high-level apps. And, layering it, so 3, and then where I'm able to transition totally off, right? You know what I'm saying? And then I also can dedicate some time to like using some innovative creative strategies like Thumbtack, working Craigslist, and then it's getting to a point. I know you said it's going to be difficult with a cargo van, but I think in my market, right, I think not knowing what I'm doing, not implementing any driver strategy, I'm thinking I can make $2,500, right?
2,500 what?
$2,500 a week.
Oh, okay.
Dollars. Yep. Now,
gigging? So you saying you can do 10,000 a month on the gig as a gigger?
Gigger with a cargo van. Yep, with a cargo van. Yep. And that's no regional. That's no OTR.
That's
no
local.
dedicated
That's
contracts.
on the local.
On the local. Yep.
How many inches of snow y'all got up there right now?
Actually, we don't have that much snow on the ground. It's just frigid cold. So it's like 0. We've had frigid cold.
How the gig apps been looking since this cold snap?
Actually, I think you've been right about it. January is just a down month. So it's just we're in our down month and it's cold.
So how you going to just automatically assume it's going to be busting like that? You're going to do a 10-piece nugget.
Well,
that's the thing. See, here's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
You can't forecast. It's not predictable. It's a gigging. You have to sit and wait. Like you're trying to build a business model around something that you have absolutely, positively no control of. I'm just letting you kick it. I'm listening to you because I don't want to be rude, but you sitting up here, you very articulate. I would give it to you. Very articulate. You very well spoken. But you sitting up there trying to sell me on a business model on something that you absolutely have no control over. So if the gigging ain't gigging, if more people start to lay off, we just had 30 more thousand with Amazon, 30 more thousand with UPS, and probably more that I haven't come across in my when I read my news and shit and watch the news and shit in the morning, which means more people going into gig work, which is going to increase the supply, which is also going to, lower the demand. And it's also with lower demand, more competition, the rates are going to go lower. Plus, you can't control it. You don't know. Like, you're literally turning the app on. Let's see if I got an app noise. I got an app noise. Give me a second. Hold on. I might have a look. We're going to use that as you cut the app on. You got to wait for a little noise.
Yeah.
So if the little noise don't get to noising, you ain't going to make no money. So you can't build a business model around something that you can't control, big dog.
I agree with you. I think my mentality, I think one thing that I can honestly say that you've been consistent on is mentality, right? Is mentality. And I think I'm really starting to develop and maintain the right mentality. Let me just give you an example, right? Let me give you an example.
Go ahead.
Mark, if you went to go work at McDonald's, right? I know why you would go work at McDonald's. You would go work at McDonald's not to flip burgers, not to fry French fries, not because they have a really good 401k stock program. You would go there because you know what their main core business is. They're not a hamburger and French fry company. They're a real estate development company. And when you open up a McDonald's franchise, you're opening up one of the most prime pieces of real estate. They own more. There's like the second largest private real estate owner in the country. I want to say behind the government, and maybe behind the Catholic Church. Don't quote me on that. But your mentality would be, you have a different mentality if you go work for McDonald's, because you know what? I'm about to become a franchise operator. I'm about to own 3 or 4 or 5 McDonald's, because that's the way, like, you get in a think. So let me just show you how that works in real life. I'm like, how can I think more like an owner operator, more like a business owner? I picked up a piece of luggage today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, from Southwest. Had to deliver it. Boom. It was a $23 pickup luggage. It was 18 miles, so I got a little over $1 per mile. But what the point was, I was next, the Southwest counter is next to Sun Country, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened with Sun Country? Allegiant Airlines just bought Sun Country, second largest airline in the Twin Cities area is Sun Country. Nobody wants to battle with Delta here. Allegiant has like a secondary business model where they focus on leisure travel. They're gonna their headquarters is still gonna be Las Vegas. They're ramp up their Minneapolis, and I was like, I asked the lady, I said, do you know the person that has the contract? Because TJ Express has the luggage contract
for Sun Country
with Delta. So
okay.
My thing is that for me to be successful as a cargo van, and like you said it's going to be impossible for me to get to 5,000. The only way that it becomes possible for me to get to 5,000 is I find a way to transition and create a bridge from gigging and becoming a gigger to dedicated contracts, to load boards, to network opportunities. You feel me? To hitting up Pillow, to becoming Pillow Logistics, that's in Indianapolis, Indiana, that's owned by Eddie Pillow, right? Black-owned logistics company, finding a way for him to get a $300,000 contract in the Twin Cities, and for me to try to get 43% of that, right? And I'm running under the Pillow. For me to be like, oh, this is Mark's thumbnail strategy. This is Mark's strategy from go to one cargo van in 6 months to go to another cargo van to go to a box truck. Don't just go get you a box truck. You feel me? Only go get the box truck so you know really the landscape. So yeah. It's like I'm feeling like Samuel. Oh my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm feeling like Samuel L. Jackson in the movie Negotiator, and low key you might be Kevin Lacey, where Samuel Jackson was like, "You gave me a way out when you cut the air off." You feel me? I done listened to so many times, Mark, where you said like, "Man, I got a cargo van person that does such and such this month." I'm like, wow. So it can be done. That's all.
He's doing over the road, bro. Like like when I listen to you and I just listen to everything, I just be listening. I know what you're doing, bro. Yeah. Just like when you talk about the McDonald's shit, like I know I see what you're doing. You're researching, you're watching these inspirational stories, and and it's fun. It's intriguing. It's exciting to consume all that, all the way down to understanding that McDonald's is really a real estate company. They own the land. As a McDonald's owner operator, they have something here called the Black McDonald's Owner Operator Association of America. For all the Black McDonald's owner, there's an association where all the Black McDonald's owners, called the Black McDonald's Owner Operator Association of America. Yeah, McDonald's owns the land. Yeah. So I get it. You're very intrigued with just learning shit, but I think you're spending a lot of time watching and consuming these inspirational stories of people that built businesses 80 years ago, and they're just out of this world already. McDonald's did something very, very early on that is probably going to be hard for anybody else to duplicate at this point. They're what's considered, Ray Kroc is what, not even the McDonald's brothers. The McDonald's brothers weren't visionaries in their own regard as far as it pertains to where Ray Kroc came. Ray Kroc seen the vision of what you see from McDonald's today. The McDonald's brothers just created a product that was really, really good, but they didn't have the vision. All right. The point that I'm trying to make is Ray Kroc was way ahead of his time. And because he was so far way ahead of his time, See, I know the story.
Yeah.
He's gone. It's just like Amazon.
Yeah.
Timing.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm trying to think of something else that's just was way ahead of its time, and it's just going to be hard for a person to catch up. All those stories are good. They're inspiring, but is it realistic today? You want to be, and I tell you this every time, you want to be the next UPS, bro. You want to be the next FedEx. Now, I'm going to be bogus if I tell you, yo, it's highly unlikely. There's going to be somebody watching. They're going to say, oh, why he tell you he could do anything? The closest we've seen to that is XPO.
Yeah.
And even they got 40-something years already. The reason why they where they are is because they saw the vision on Final Mile early when everybody else was scared to touch it because it was too costly. But they came through and started acquiring all the private 3PLs because they saw the future, which catapulted them up to number 3, right under UPS and FedEx.
Yeah.
Now, it's great to have these big dreams and shit, but then I have to bring you back down to reality. You need to focus on what you can control and work your way up. You looking up here, all this shit in between is what I would be focusing on, starting down here and working my way up. You giving me a business plan on a gigger, and I'm like, you can't control it. So why are we wasting time trying to structure a business plan on something that you have absolutely positively no control over?
Because I think something in the back of my mind is telling me it's the launching pad. It's the low barrier to entry, right? It's the $2,500 to me in Minneapolis, St. Paul. I think that's an average cargo van owner operator that could push a little harder. And for me, I want to be more critical of myself because I'm not married. I don't have no kids. You feel me? I don't have no car note. You feel me? Mustafa Levert, my Range Rover paid off. You feel me? So it's just like, man, it's just like, for example, right? I just got all these ideas, but I think it's first of all, Matthew, you have to start something and then finish it. But I'm telling you, I got some stuff, man. I got some heat that'll come out. Man, if this is how I think, Mark. Like if I could just get this cargo van for $14,500, right? Just start hitting the gig in really hard, right? And in 6 months, like, okay, boom, I might be able to.
How do you know it's going to be hitting it hard? How you know it's going to be hitting it hard, bro? If I got a cargo van to start a small delivery business, consumers, I can pretty much gauge it better than you can gauge gigging. You know why? Because I can market myself.
Yeah.
Well, I see a customer, hold on. I see a void in the marketplace, right? Because that's what smart business owners do. They look for a void in the marketplace. They don't try to do things that other people are doing. They don't follow trends.
Yep.
You go get a cargo van to hit it hard, You want to hit it hard with your leg up on gigging. I go get the same cargo van to hit it hard dealing with a direct consumer.
Yeah.
I can market myself. I'm looking at a void. I'm looking for a void in the marketplace.
Yep.
And I can go out and touch that consumer. I can deal with my competition. I can set my pricing competitive. I see the opportunity. I can go grab it. It's all on me. You go get the cargo van saying you're going to hit it hard, but you don't know if you're going to hit that thing at all, because if they don't hit you with a little, hold on, wrong button. Give me a second. If you don't hear that noise when you cut that app on, you ain't going to be hitting shit. You got to wait for a little noise to go off. So you going to sit in your cargo van and you going to turn on your app, and this is what you going to do. You going to wait.
Yeah.
You going to wait, and you going to wait. And then they might hit you with a, and then you go do that, and then you done with that. Now you back to waiting again.
Yeah.
You back to waiting again. You waiting. Then they hit you with another one an hour later. There you go. Boom. And guess what? That's it. Now you waiting, you don't get nothing else. They've already, taken a portion of the proceeds, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. You have no control. I can go out, I can market myself. I'm looking for a void in the marketplace. I'm pricing myself competitive. My price point is competitive, right? Boom. Now I'm getting calls. Fuck it. You know what? I want to do $99 mattress and couch deliveries. I'm going to do marketing around college campuses. I'm going to market myself around specific areas in the city where I know people buy used furniture off of Craigslist, off of OfferUp, off of Facebook Marketplace, which I know in my market is downtown in the north side.
Yeah.
And I'm going to set my price point competitive. I'm going to come up with a creative marketing strategy. It's going to be $99 all in.
Yeah.
These guys are charging $150. I'm going to charge $99.
Yeah.
Even Steven, a Hyundai, straight out the gate. Why? I'm cutting our competition, which is going to boost the amount of calls, and I'm going to make my money in volume.
Yeah.
I can control that. I can go to a storage facility and put my ad up on the sticky board or the little peg board. I can say, Mr. Storage Manager, for every small, I only got a cargo van, so if a person said, anybody that has a van or a box truck, for every order, you send me, I can give you $25.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I know it's
So, like,
you talking to Big Mark.
You go to public storage.
Hold on, brother. You interrupted me, and I'm trying to educate you on something. The fact is, I can do more because I control it. I can forecast it. I can predict it because I control it. You control nothing, bro. So when I hear you and the rest of your favorite gigging content creators that's been pushing this shit lately, to me, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Big Mark gonna keep it a buck with you. Don't take it the wrong way. It's clown talk. You cannot create a business model on something that you do not control. You don't control it. If they don't send you shit, then you don't get shit. If they ban you off the app because I ordered something and you came and delivered, but I'm bought in, I say, man, I never got it. Now they ban you off the app.
Yeah.
Now you got to prove that you did do it, but that may take 3-4 weeks, or it may not let you come back at all.
Yeah.
You don't control it. This person say, they go whatever. You don't have to deal with that when you in a business. You're dealing with a consumer directly. You can control it.
Yeah.
You can create a business plan for something you can control. You can't create no business. You sitting up here wasting time thinking all this shit for something that is pointless because you don't control it. Never will I waste time trying to build a plan on something that I can't control.
Yeah.
And I keep telling you this. But the reason why you keep doing this is because you're looking for an easy way, big dog.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no such thing as easy. Mm-hmm. Where you want to get to, you want to be this astronomical logistics guy because you thinking taking Southwest contract from UPS. You thinking way beyond your understanding as it pertains to logistics. You thinking way too far ahead, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Come back down to earth, big dog. I know your favorite people will be like, don't listen to he's being there. You could be with it. Bro, come back down to earth, bro.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying that is because of what you're doing. You're wasting time. You're building a plan for something you can't control. Now, if you came to me and you said, yo, I wanna get this cargo van, and you came to me with a plan like how I just gave you, then that would make a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
This is like me creating a plan to be I'm gonna create this DoorDash plan, man. I'm gonna go out at 6, and then from 6 to 12, I should do 250. Then from there, I'm gonna go to the different side of town, and then I'm gonna park on 123 Main Street because this is strategically centrally located between Taco Bell, Burger King, McDonald's, and Chipotle. Mm-hmm. But I'm only going to accept the orders that are going within 1.67 miles of the store, which will give me the turnaround time to come back and strategically park there so that the beacon shows where I'm at, and then they'll strategically send me the cars. You can't plan that because it may not work like that for you.
You wouldn't try to get on what are higher tier gigs while you are devising a plan to a bridge plan to like totally transition off of gigs?
Bro, if
You
you're
feel
gonna get
me?
a van, you need to find something dedicated, or
That's
you need
fair.
to create something dedicated.
Okay.
I'm never gonna sit up here and switch, bro. Gigging is for listen. Gigging, listen. As a
It don't pay the,
as a
it's not long
stockholder
term.
in the gigging,
Yeah.
I like your mentality.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because you keep a motherfucker who invest into DoorDash paid.
Mm-hmm.
But if you asking me as a person who wants to do better on that side, it's set for you to continue to do what you're doing. It's set for you to continue to be lazy.
Yeah.
It's set for you to continue to be misled.
Yeah. Get upside down
It's
equity.
marketed to you to be your own this or be your own that. It's marketed to you that way. But in reality, there's no stability behind it. There's no retirement behind it. Can you make enough money to save up to buy a house? No.
Yeah.
You know, the worse the economy gets, the more people that are gonna come over there. You got homelessness increasing. Most homeless people do what you do. Most people that's living in hotels and most people that's living in their car, this is what they do for a living. And we see homelessness increasing. The more people that lose their job, they come into this field. So I don't understand where the sustainability is as it pertains to gigging. I don't understand why y'all so like why y'all want to be in that hamster wheel like that.
I think it's because part of it is it's low barrier to entry, and then we make enough just to survive and not to thrive.
All right, so you make enough. You don't even make enough to survive.
I agree.
When you say to survive, it's just for the day. That's on some day-to-day shit.
Yeah,
because
no, I
as
agree.
soon as them real bills start to kick in at the first of the month, you really get on the grind. The 27, 28, 29, 30th, and 31st.
Yeah.
So if you was making enough just to survive, the shit you did prior to the 25th, you should already be ready, locked and loaded for the first. You see most giggers really getting on that ugly grind at the end of the month.
Yeah.
All right, so at the end of the day, bro, that shit is a hamster wheel, big dog.
Yeah.
That shit ain't like that little time period where you could get it, like really get it in the gigging. That shit has come and gone. That shit was prior to the pandemic, and you seen the climax of the bubble during the pandemic, and it burst. The worse the economy gets, the more supply that's going to come into that shit. The lower the demand, the lower the pay. And look at the stock price. The harder it gets for you, the stock continues to go up. So you trying to create a business plan on to be a successful gigger, I want you to stay in that poor mindset so I can keep making money as an investor.
Yeah.
So, like I say, bro, it's a line in the sand. Which side you want to be on, big dog?
No, that's fair. That's real.
So if you're going to spend time creating a business plan, you should create it on something that you can control.
Indeed. Always. Mark, man, appreciate the wisdom always. Hey, Mark, how do I join the Discord?
Pay.
Okay. You go to the. It's in a It's in a.
Go to it and you pick a tier and you pay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. You just. Okay. All right.
Excuse me. All right, big dog.
Appreciate you always. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. We had one more caller that called. Well, it was a few, but I'm only gonna take one more because it's Tuesday. Got him. whoever that 646 is, you could call back. There was a few other calls that I saw. Yeah. 504. Did I take the 504 call? Yeah, I took the 504 call. The 205 call. And the 646 call. First come, first serve. Yeah, man. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications. Homelessness is increasing because people are guilty. I disagree with that. Hello.
Yeah, I took the 504 call. The 205 call.
Yo.
Yo, Mark.
What up?
You live?
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's up, man? I'm calling. This is your boy Deshaun. I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn? What's going on?
Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. Yeah. I just wanted to say, man. I appreciate your content and all that, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you for watching.
I had got a contract with Walmart and through Curry. And I'm trying to figure out, like, I just started my business like 3 months ago. I'm just trying to figure out, like, with the numbers, like, how can I pay myself every week?
First of all, you gotta turn the TV down in the background, big dog.
Yeah, I just muted, bro.
So you said you got a contract with Curry for Walmart?
Yeah, I got a contract with Curry.
Doing
but,
what?
Doing like, you know how delivering packages, TVs and stuff like that. Basically like Walmart Spark, but it's basically through Curry though. But I'm not with Walmart Spark though.
So
I'm
you got a
just
van
giving
or
an
a
example.
box truck?
I got a cargo van.
Okay. So this is a daily thing or what?
7 days a week.
And this is for the foreseeable future, or is this a short term?
It was for peak season for 2 weeks. I got extended for a month. Now I got it long term.
When you say long term, what like?
A year.
All right. So what's your question again?
Basically like I got the contract and all that, but it's just that I'm just trying to figure out like how should I be like paying myself every week, like that's the only thing I'm just like stuck with. Like I pay
How long
like
have you been doing this, bro?
what the contract or just like the carrier business period.
Just in general.
3 months. I started my
How you been paying
LLC.
yourself? How you been paying yourself?
That's the thing. I've been transferring my transferring money from my business to my personal, like.
So you co-mingling funds, big dog? That's what you telling me?
Huh?
You telling me you
Huh?
co-mingling funds?
Huh?
You telling me you co-mingling funds?
I mean, if I'm transferring money from my business account to my personal account, that's co-mingling funds.
Absolutely.
So that's why I'm calling you. That's why I'm calling you, bro, to find out like how should I go about it, like how should I you know, from here on in, because I got the contract and everything.
So are you a gigger or what are you?
Nah, I'm not no gigger, bro. Basically, like
You got an LLC?
Yeah.
So according you got LLC, you got a business account, but shit, still I gotta ask because I don't know if y'all be knowing. But so
All right, bro. Let me just break it down.
I know. Hold on. So
okay.
So from you don't have any checks and balances. You just started this, you get money, you transfer the money to your personal, you're not accounting for any cost or anything.
I mean,
How much does the contract pay you?
The contract is right now, because the contract I'm in right now is for the January. So the new contract extended in February 2nd.
How much does it pay?
So 400 a day.
400 a day.
Yes.
And you do.
But right now, bro, the contract that's in January, right now that I'm in, is 450 a day.
All right.
But it's going to decrease in February.
And they pay you once a week, right?
No, they pay me every day.
All right. So, and then every day you just transfer the money from your business to your personal.
No, I just keep it. So I'm paying myself every Friday.
How much you pay yourself?
That's what I'm saying. It's up and down, bro. Like I don't got a steady number. Like so, like last week, last week I paid myself 1,200. Then the week, but just 2 weeks ago I paid myself 1,200. This week I paid myself 700. So that's why I was calling to see what should I be like paying myself like a steady number, because I really don't know.
All right. So first of all, how much is it costing you to run this contract?
For my business, 1,200. 1,200.
1,200 what? A week?
What? Say the question over. I'm sorry, bro. Say the question over.
Like, are you keeping up with how much it's costing you to operate, bro? What are you using for your accounting? Are you doing any accounting? And if so, what are you using?
I downloaded QuickBooks.
All right. So do you use it?
Yeah.
So how much is it costing you on average a week?
Hold on, bro.
While you look for that, I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
Late nights, same chair, same ground, right there. Turn it on, leaning close, this that. Welcome to the Mark, the Mentor Show, where the plans turn real and the hustlers grow. Talk money, talk mindset, talk get it, let's go. If you came from the bottom, it's the road you know. It's the Mark, the Mentor Show. Every loss, every lesson, turn it all to gold. From the late night notes to the sold out goals. Say the name one time so the whole world know.
Whoa, the Mark, the Mentor Show. Whoa, the Mark, the Mentor Show. Whoa, the Mark, the Mentor Show.
The Mark, the Mentor Show. Clock read two, but we still locked in. Bills on the table, big dream boxed in. Phone on mute, but the voice tapped in. Your future on you, that's the real caption. Came from A, B, moved to must. Turn them doubts into trust. List on the wall, check marks in a row. Every week another win on a Mentor Show. Talk pressure, how I made you precise. Talk habits, how you build you a life. Heard dumb beats perfect every time on the mic. Had to write that down, had to live that twice. Yeah.
All right, bro. You got that for me?
Hold on, bro. The app was acting up real quick. Hold on, bro.
Yeah, bro. And I wash my hands. You ain't
sorry,
found it? Yeah, I took extra time to wash my hands.
I'm sorry, Brody. I'm sorry. Hold on. All right, I got it right here, bro. So what was the question now?
What you looking for, big dog?
No, I was going through.
The question was what you was supposed to be looking for. Did you find what I asked you to look for?
You said that's what I'm saying. I forgot what you had asked me.
Okay, what did you just look for? Do you have whatever it was that you was just looking for?
I'm on QuickBooks right now.
All right, bro. How much does it cost you to operate every week? Whatever it is you're doing.
Hold on, bro.
Man, the cow's gonna be home, bro. Cow's gonna be home. How old are you, big dog?
36.
All right, so I'm gonna assume right now you don't know, bro. All right, so first thing you need to do is you need to start keeping track of what is coming in and what's going out. Everything that you spend money on for that contract while you out in the van, you need to input it into QuickBooks. When you get a credit, when they pay you every day, since you get paid every day, you need to credit $450 a day so that the application can see you got $450 a day coming in. Whatever you spend, you need to input that everything and label it so they can keep up with the itemization because it's going to itemize it and slot it in the right categories. Right? So now at the end of the week, when you're looking, you can see how much you earn versus how much you spent. Right? This is going to be before you even pay yourself to determine, okay, what can I pay myself, if anything, and still have some cushion there for cash flow. Another thing, you on Curie, bro. Curie is a gig app. Curie is a gig app that does offer, some form of short-term contract. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Companies go to Curie to source people when they are, in need. They need extra resources. So they'll go and they'll sign for like maybe a 3-month contract with Curie, and then they'll contract it out to you. All right. So it's not something like, Walmart being with the 3PL and they have a year or 2 years or 3 years, contract, and they're doing it regional and national, and you have some more security there. Curie is still a gig app, bro. It's a gig app. All right. Now, for the short term, you still should treat it like a business and account for what's coming in and what's going out. I think 1,200 is a lot. You said it's a 5-day-a-week contract?
7 day.
So you running this contract 7 days?
Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. If you knew my situation, I'm hungry, bro. So I don't mind, doing this for 7 days. I just, I don't know if I could say what I want to say on here, but, bro, I've been through a lot. You heard, crib got raided, lost 20K, got it back, got out the mud again. You feel me? And this is what I've been doing for the last 3 months. You heard?
So you making about 30, what's that? $450 a day times what, 7?
13 bands and 500, yeah, a month.
3150. Yeah, so 3150. And then you paying yourself 1,200 a week?
That's only just one time. That's only my living expense is like 2,000, bro. So, and like I said, my business expensive, we're not gonna include in gas because gas is up and down, it's valuable. So
you have to include gas.
Huh?
You have to include gas. What do you mean you're not going to include gas because it's up and down? Whether it goes up and down or not, you still include it. Every time you pump gas, you input that into the QuickBooks.
It's calculated though, right? Because it's linked with my bank account. So once I use my my business.
What's linked with my bank account?
The QuickBooks. My business. So every time I swipe my business account, it shows what be you Let me
ask you this. I get it. Huh? Be honest with me. Do you ever use your business debit card for personal purchases?
Nah, one time I did.
All right, so
one time.
So what does it show on QuickBooks when you transfer money from your business to your personal? What does it say?
At first it said contract labor, but I ended I categorize sorry.
Rise.
I changed it to owner's pay, and then when I transfer my money from my business to my personal, I use owner distribution as the note. But in QuickBooks, I changed it to owner's pay because it got it there as contract labor. But I fixed it myself and edited it and put owner's pay.
Bro, start doing everything the right way, and then at the end of the week, whatever's left, how much money you need to survive, bro?
To survive?
Yeah.
I'm not even $2K.
How much did you pay? You paid yourself $1,200 last week. What did you pay yourself the week before last?
The week before last, that's something I like to look in my.
Should be in your QuickBooks. You in your QuickBooks, right?
Yeah, hold on. $600.
And what did you pay yourself the week before that?
Like $700.
Or it should be in there, right?
Hold on, bro. Looking at it right now. January 23rd, I paid myself $700.
This past Friday, you said you paid yourself $1,200.
Yeah. I'm just telling you. I'm about to just give you the dates, bro. January 16th, I paid myself $1,200. And January 9th, I paid myself $600.
So the 9th, the 16th, you said?
The 9th, January 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd, the 26th.
And what determined what you paid yourself each time?
What you mean?
Like, how did you determine that you wanted to pay yourself $600? How did you determine that you wanted to pay yourself $1,200? How did you determine what you wanted to pull out?
Because I was going by the like my expensive, my living expenses.
All right, bro. So you gotta figure out what first of all, you need to start keeping account. Well, you say you keep an account, you need to come up with a salary, and then you need to pay yourself correctly. Stop doing owner's draws and start paying yourself a salary, and then stick to it. I think you should pay yourself probably somewhere between, based off what this contract you're doing now, since it's stable and it's predictable, $450 a day. You should probably pay yourself around maybe $750 a week. Leave the rest of the money in a business account. That shit you doing for Walmart is eventually gonna come to an end, bro. So you need money in the business account and be prepared for whatever is about to come. You're gonna need working capital. You got a van. What year, make, and model was the van?
2020 for high roof.
All right. So based on you making $3,100 a month, I don't know what your expenses are because you didn't tell me. But you said 2021 Ford Transit high roof?
2020 Ford Transit high roof.
All right. So assuming that you're doing what, $3,150 a week because you're running 7 days, I guess maybe fuel. See, and that's what I'm saying. You got QuickBooks and you don't know. So I'm just going to make an educated.
No, I could give you.
Yeah, but you ain't quick, bro. Like you gotta like you gotta come with it, bro. You know.
Like right now, for right now, up to date. For right now, gas and food, right? Well, you want me to tell you how much I spend in gas and food and stuff like
How much
that?
did you
And
spend in costs last week? Your cost was it just limited to fuel and what? Did you in Brooklyn? You got tolls, you got fuel, you got parking, you got tickets.
nah, bro, listen,
What do you?
I'm from Brooklyn, but I live in PA. I moved to PA.
Okay, so all right, so what costs you got? You got any oil changes? It's going to change from week to week. You got tolls. You know, are you
I don't got no tolls because I'm 30 minutes away from the Walmart. So
okay?
ain't no tolls.
So how
Ain't
much?
no tolls. Only thing I'm paying is for gas and maintenance. My maintenance is only was $56 because I only got a oil change and the gas really like I pay gas like every day, so it'll be like $40 here, $30 here.
How much did you
I
spend
got
last
receipts.
week, bro? How much did you spend
I
last
got
week?
my receipts. I got my paper receipts too. Like
Listen, bro, that tells me a lot, bro. It's 2026, big dog. It's 2026, big dog. It's 2026. You got one business bank account, right?
yeah.
So that means you should be using that one business bank, that debit card. The money is coming into that account, and then everything you spend for that business comes out of that account, right? Right?
Yes.
Okay, so then everything should be streamlined to one bank statement. So why are we looking at paper receipts? You should if it's connected to your if the QuickBooks is connected to your bank account, it should automatically be itemizing this shit. So you should be able to filter what your debits was for the last week. You can just do a basic filter on all debits from last week. From this date to this date, debits. And if you don't know, just say you don't know, big dog.
I don't know, bro.
Okay, so are you using the QuickBooks or you not using it? Because if you're using it, why can't you filter?
I was trying to look for the filter just now. It don't go. I don't see like we say like last week. It just say like the month, the year.
All right, let's do it like this. How much money did you spend this month so far, bro?
This month. Right now, $898 and $98.10.
Now, how much money did you make this month so far? And we know that's not right. You know that's not right. We know you spent more than $850.
Right now, for January 1st to January 27th, I'm in my QuickBooks, bro. I'm looking at it right here, bro.
You spend more than that, big dog, and I can prove it to you based off what you telling me. So either you not doing something right, you not telling me the truth, or you ain't got that shit set up right. There's no way you only spent $850, bro. You told me you paid yourself one time $1,200.
But this is for this right here. It got two different. It got expensive and it's got other expensive. I ain't get to the other expensive
I
yet.
want to know how much did the business account cost for the whole month so far, bro?
$2,000.
No, bro.
$57.46.
You just put
So and gas, I spent this month $630.
You said 20. How much? 2,000 and what?
$2,057.
$2,057. I don't believe that. You know why? Because you said you paid yourself 12 one time, 6 one time, and 7 something the other time. So 12 and 7 is 19. Plus another 6 is 24. And we ain't even accounting for fuel and nothing else. I'm good with math, bro.
I'm not, yo, bro. I'm not capping. If you want, we could look at my books
Listen, bro.
together,
Listen
bro.
to me. Hey, bro. Listen.
No, listen. We can look at my books together, bro. I'm
Listen
not
to
trying
me.
to sit
It ain't
here and
about you
cap and.
capping. I didn't say you was capping, but
No,
something is
no,
not
I'm
right.
not. Listen, bro. No, you said, yo, bro. I know you lying. So you saying I'm like you trying to make it seem like I'm.
Well, here's the
saying
thing.
capping, bro.
Here's the thing. If you told me you paid yourself 12, 7, and 6, that's more than 2,000. But you just told me you spent 2,000. So lying, capping, it's not right. You misconfiguring it. You ain't putting it in the app right. You ain't got the app. At the end of the day, it's not adding up, big dog. So you called up here for me to help you, and I'm trying to help you. But if you can't give me what I need so that I can help you, then I'm doing the math in my head. You see me leaning back in the chair. I'm not typing. I don't need no calculator. I'm good with numbers, and I'm keeping everything in my long-term memory. So if you telling me 2,000, but you told me you paid yourself 12, 7, and 6, I'm doing the math. That's 24. So we ain't even accounting for nothing else. So how can I give you what you want me to give you when you're not giving me what I need? And then the shit that you giving me is not adding up mathematically. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I'm. That's what I said, bro. If you wanna take a look at my stuff, bro, I could show you. Like,
Email it to me, bro. Email it. Now you cutting into my gym time, big dog. Email it to me. You got my email?
no, sir. Hold on, man. What's your email?
Mark at the mentor mark.com. So Mark at the mentor mark.com.
Mark at the mentor Mark.
Mark at the mentor mark.com.
Like, you want me to send a screenshot? What? Like, how do I?
Big dog. Send me whatever you said you was going to send me. If you got QuickBooks, you should be able to download a CSV or a PDF, and you should be able to just send me that. You should be able to print a report. Man, it's chest day, big dog. You know, the chest and the leg machines is the most occupied, and you got all these New Year resolution people, bro. I got to fight for a machine now, big dog. Did you send it yet?
I'm about to send it right now, bro.
Oh, I got to get my chest in, big dog. Chest. It's chest day.
My fault, bro.
Chest day, bro.
Right now. Yeah. It should be coming on. I don't know how to do the shit with the PDF file, so I'll just send you a little screenshot from the top to bottom from January to now. I don't know if you. I sent it already. I don't know if it came through yet, but that's my QuickBooks.
Your last name, Folk?
Yeah. One pick is gonna be like the top where it show you the date, and then the next one is like the bottom.
You'll notice $585 a month.
Yes, sir.
So where's your you ain't been paying yourself. You haven't been.
I did, but that's why I was trying to. You over here was coming at me. I was trying to
How long you been
explain.
watching the channel, big dog?
I've been watching it for a little minute.
So that's what I do then.
Nah. But I'm saying I didn't even get the chance to tell you. I didn't even get the chance to tell you that it don't show me paying myself. I didn't even get to you feel me? That's why that's the only thing. That's why I was like it only could show me like when I go to like the expensive and then it showed me like it didn't give me that option to show me paying myself. Only thing I could see that if I go to my Chase account and it show how many times I pay myself. Like that's what I was trying to see. Like I was trying to look on the filter and see what's going on.
So yeah, this is not, you ain't, this shit is all over the place, bro. You got net operating income, 9,600. Gross total income. Yeah.
All I did, bro, was just connect my account into this shit, and then
But you're gonna have to go through and edit it and make things correctly. Like, you're gonna have to go in and manually input shit, and you haven't been doing that. So, your pay is not in here. I'm seeing, yes, apps, contract, software expenses, contract labor, 700, travel meals, 777, total expenses, 900. Yeah, this is not right. 900. Total expenses, 2,000. Yeah. You got a lot of cash flow in here with this contract for a cargo van, but you're not keep an account. So you need to do this shit manually. My suggestion for you would be you need to hire an accountant, bro. I might start me an accounting firm. Cause y'all niggas need it, bro. Y'all niggas ain't finna do. I can make a lot. See, now that I will do. I will start a business and just for like subscribers and manage y'all books. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna start it and I'm gonna hire two people to manage y'all books for y'all.
I ain't gonna sit here and hold you. That's the only thing that I was stuck with was this, bro. Like I was looking to I was there like I had got my LLC from Busy, and Busy was trying to sell me accountant, but when I looked them up, the Google reviews was trash.
You said you
so
got
I'm like,
accountant from who? Dizzy.
Yeah, I got my LLC from Busy. Inside they call themselves Busy now.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. But yeah, but so this is what you need to do, big dog. You need to manually input all this shit, bro. Cause it's not tracking it correctly. Like it's not tracking your pay. I don't understand. Like you got a screenshot with these expenses, profit and loss, but then you got another screenshot.
I could see
Same date that's got 2,000 expenses, but then this got. So I don't know. I'm a little confused. It's $898. Travel meals, contract labor, apps and software, $898. Yeah. Yeah, it's not. It's either way you put it. Profit and loss January 1st to the 27th. Profit and loss January 1st to the 27th. 95, 96. Yeah. Net income 96. Gas and fuel. Yeah. Yeah, big dog. I don't know because this shit is kind of all over the place, bro.
Yeah, bro. So that's why I was trying to. That's what I'm gonna just do, bro. Trying to just get me an accountant in my area, and go from there. Cause
This is what you should do. Make sure everything is coming in and going out of one account, and then
yeah,
you be able to manually input the shit and categorize it and itemize it accordingly every single day, bro.
copy.
Including your pay, and then stop paying yourself whatever. Stop paying yourself
That's why.
whatever.
That's why I called in, bro. Cause I'm trying to figure this. I'm trying to figure this shit out. You feel me?
Because I really can't, because I don't know what all your expenses are. Now I'm seeing you got a loan on the van, insurance, payment. You tell you didn't have tolls. I'm looking at tolls.
Nah. That the toll. The reason why it showed the tolls for this month, cause I had went and traveled to the city to go do a load, and they in the city they send them payment like a month later. So when they send me
So it hit your account this month, right?
huh?
So it hit your account this month, right?
Yeah. I'm saying,
It's
well, I'm trying to.
still a toll. It's still a toll.
No, I know that, but what I was trying to say is when you said, "Oh, I don't get no toll," I'm just saying that toll payment. It's for this month. It was for this. I paid it this month, but I'm saying that toll payment been owed, bro. That toll I don't have no tolls. But basically, what I'm trying to say now, cause I don't go to the city. I don't do loads in the
bro.
city.
I'm looking at tolls. This is accounting for cost. I don't care when you went through the toll booth. All it matters is when it comes out your account.
Copy.
And you do got tolls because I'm looking at it. You just said it, and it came out your account. So that's part of your cost.
After that month, after this month, I won't be paying no more tolls because I'm not going to the city no more. If that makes
sense, bro. Cost is cost. I just want to know what the costs are, bro, so we could determine what you making, right? What's coming in versus what you spending, bro. So we can come down to a determination of what you can pay yourself. So this is what I need you to do, big dog. Call back next week. One day this week, you need to go through everything for the past, what's today? The 27th?
Yeah.
Saturday is the 31st. So this weekend, I don't know when, since you work 7 days a week. Next week, sometime call up. So now you can get a full gauge from the 1st to the 31st of what came in versus what went out. And then do it manually. Even if you got to do it on paper or even you got to do it on the spreadsheet. Every single thing that you earned versus every single thing that you spent to determine, including your pay. Your pay is a cost, bro. So we could determine what was left. So we can have a understanding based on this contract, what's coming in to even determine what you should pay. Based on what I see, and this is just a educated guess, based on what I see, you should probably be paying yourself somewhere around $700, $750. And if you grossing $3,100 a week, depending on what your cost is, you should be somewhere around the $700, $750 a week, which is still good because you said it only costs you $2,000 a month to live. So that's $3,000. So you still got $1,000 to save personally, and the business still cash flow. But we need to see.
All right. And Mark, let me ask you another question. So when I pay myself the $700, do I take out like 25% for taxes and put in a different account?
What are you talking about?
Like you
The
know,
business or what?
personal. Like, you know, if
That's
I
what I'm saying. You doing owner's draws. You should have it set up where it's taking out taxes. You wanna be an employee, bro. You don't want to do these owner draws.
okay.
You want to take your taxes out and then file for your taxes at the end of the year. Just take that shit out. So if you pay yourself a salary, let's say $1,000 to make the math easy, and let's say after taxes and shit, it pays you say 780 or 785 or some shit, 775, whatever, depending on how you file. You know, you got kids?
Yeah, I only got a daughter.
Are you do you take care of them? Do you file them on the taxes, or do the mother file them?
Nah, the mom's file.
All right, so you only responsible for your yourself. So me personally, I do one. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people do 0 and all this other shit. Me, I do 1, and then you know, that shit coming out. Then at the end of the year, you know, you file your taxes and you get your refund. That's how I would do it if I were you. Business taxes, that's something totally different, which, you know, that's coming up the next month and a half, 2 months. So, yeah, that's what I would do over the weekend, bro. I would get that shit together and then call back next week with a hard copy of what's really coming in versus what's really going out, so that we can have this conversation. You're not really prepared to have this conversation because you don't really have what's needed.
All
If I
right,
was you,
bro.
bro, I would just get an accountant, bro. I know you could set up with QuickBooks where you can do payroll. I think it's through ADP. I'm not sure. But I think you can set it up in there where it can do payroll for you. I think that's an add-on. So if you want to go at that route, you could go at that route. You could just get an accountant, but I would definitely put myself as a W-2.
Yeah.
Do you owe back child support or anything?
Nah, bro. I'll take care of mine, bro.
Right. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, I appreciate you, bro. That's another thing. I got a little testimony, if you don't mind me, you know, telling my little testimony. I was watching. I just nothing crazy, but I just was when I was watching. I know you had a episode when you was like, oh, you can't start with 5,000. I'm just here, bro, to say I started off with 5,000. I'm not telling anybody to do it. You feel me? I'm just here to just say, yeah, I started off with 5,000. You feel me? And listening to you, I'm just like, damn, I got a contract, but so that's all. It ain't nothing crazy.
That's not a
But
testimony.
yeah, nah, cause you were
Not
saying
testimony. That's
some
smoke, big
people. You
dog.
were
That's
saying some
smoke.
people can't. You
That's
were saying
smoke,
some
big
people.
dog. Let's see, let's just call it what it is, big dog. We don't fluff over here. That's smoke. Ain't no testimony. You won't smoke. First of
Man,
all, you ain't got
here
a
you
box
go.
truck. You ain't got a box truck. You in a cargo van.
That's true.
All right. So when did you hear me say you can't start a cargo van business with 5,000? You heard me say box truck.
Okay, my fault. I
So
thought you said cargo van.
see what you just tried to do, big dog. See what you just
Nah,
did.
don't do that.
No,
Don't
no, no,
do
no,
that.
no.
I
Hold
thought
on,
you.
hold on, hold on, hold
Go
on.
ahead. Go ahead.
Hold
You
on.
wanna?
No, big dog. See, this the type of shit. You came up here for my help, and you just didn't want to leave it right there. But then you tried to say I
Nah.
got a testimony disguised as smoke. Even
Yo,
if I did,
I'm
listen to me. Hold on, let me
I'm
kick it
from
with you. Let me
Brooklyn,
kick it
bro.
with you.
If I wanted smoke with you, bro, I wouldn't come and
Hear
ask
me
for
out.
help and then turn around and sneak you for smoke.
Hold on,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Let me tell you how you should have approached that. Even if that was the case, as far as you having a box truck and all that shit you did with 5,000 worked out, after the fact you came up here to ask me to help you understand paying yourself, you should have just let that shit alone. You should have never even mentioned it.
You right.
I just sat here with you for I don't know how long. I already mentioned I wanted to go to the gym. You said, man, give me some time. I sat here with you, bro. Did I not? I waited on you to send the email.
You ain't saying
I never asked you for nothing, bro. No, because I gotta hold you accountable now. But then you tried to come with smoke at the end. You tried to basically what you tried to do is like throw me under the bus. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just calling it what it is. It's
I
Big
went.
Mark, dog. We keep it a buck. I'm from the crib. You say you from Brooklyn, so you gotta respect it.
Nah, I respect it, bro.
Now,
I just don't want you to think. I just don't want you to think. I just don't want you to think I came, ask for help, and then I try to sneak you. Nah, bro. I ain't come for smoke. I've been watching your show. I already know. You feel me? Like I ain't like I said. I'm telling you right here, bro. My fault. I ain't come for smoke.
I wouldn't have did
Ain't
that
none of
to you, big dog.
Listen, bro. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, bro. I appreciate you for real. On some G shit. I appreciate you. You took your time. You ain't had to do this. Like you said, you could have paid me for your time because time is valuable. I appreciate you, bro. I'm sitting here and I take the accountability. I'm a grown man.
Yeah, don't do
one-on-one. That's my fault, bro.
Yeah.
I should have just left that shit. I should have just left that shit alone.
Should let that.
But like I said, bro, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you because you're doing a lot of shit for the people that most people ain't doing. You feel me? And they damn sure charging an arm and a leg for free knowledge. You feel me? So I appreciate you, bro.
Would have said that shit before I told you to get that shit together and call me back next week. But since I told you already to get that shit together and call me back next week, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it.
And I appreciate you.
But that wasn't G. It wasn't. You know it wasn't.
Nah, and I hold myself accountable for it. And I said that was my fault. That wasn't G, bro. That wasn't G, bro. My fault. Once again, I apologize to you. That wasn't G. I wasn't trying to sneak you for smoke or anything like that. Brooklyn niggas don't do that, bro. Like, I don't do that. Like, being the man, like, you feel me? So, like I said, I appreciate your help. You been on the phone with me. You feel me? You helped me out. Now it's time for me to, get busy and do what I gotta do, and then come back with some results so you can help me out even more if you're willing to. You feel me?
Next week, bro. I already told you I was, so I have to do it, bro. My word is my bond.
I appreciate that, man. And keep doing what you're doing, bro. I appreciate you. I'm still locked in, still watch your shows, still support you. You feel me? And I appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you for real.
All right, man. We're gonna talk next week.
All right, thank you, man.
All right. Later.
All right.
All right, bro. That's it. I gotta go to the gym. All right. Appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you hit the like button. Time is it? Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Until next time, peace.